While I'm eating my dinner, we can start talking about what we're doing.
We were trying to establish things at the port, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because you guys had the last time around when you guys came back to the island after your trip to the mainland previously, you had arranged to bring a bunch of craftsmen and some animal trainers, so you could train hippogriffs here, as well as have craftsmen for building port facilities and act as ship repairers, so that you guys could literally have a dock facility to act as a midpoint out in the ocean or an endpoint for trade.
Mm-hmm.
So the town is, well, it's not really a town yet, but it's a port on the island that's being built. You guys were also interested in getting access to more of the tar, because the tar will work great for ship repair, because using tar to caulk boats is a way better sealant than a lot of the other sealants you guys have available.
Yeah.
And way cheaper than relying upon, alchemical stuff.
Yep.
So you guys can either help build out the port facility, maybe do some trips in a boat to do some nearby additional exploration, and maybe locate new trade opportunities in the islands nearby. Continue exploring the island at large, because there's still spots that you guys haven't. Even if you were to finish off the top view of kind of knowing what's in each hex, you don't know exactly what's in each hex because you haven't visited everywhere. You've just at best flown nearby and had Shaper Linus relay to you, hey, about 6 miles in that direction kind of look like jungle. And then possibly look into building either a fort or talk the Racosta into moving their base near the tar pit and use them as a trade partner, so you could maybe get them to harvest the tar and you guys would just have some mechanism to pick it up from their village. That way it's less dependent upon you guys and more, oh yeah, this is something that we can use to make money without literally having to go back and forth between the tar pit all the time.
Yeah. We can improve their society, they can improve our society, and we can slowly exploit them more and more until they become a subservient class. Yeah, this sounds about right.
Yeah, this sounds like a good guy thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the completionist in me wants to say we finish off this island, but the capitalist in Linus realizes that there's money being left on the table if we don't go explore these other islands and set up camp, because other people are going to do that if we don't.
The hero in me sees that we're done here for now, and we should probably go other places to do good. And then the conqueror in me is okay with doing anything, because all of them lead to the right direction. So, I could be persuaded. But we are on a timeline, and things we have left behind to just fester, probably not great.
We should definitely take care of the vampire at some point somehow.
It is late fall, so if you guys left now, you might run into winter storms, which would not be fun.
And I think
there was talk of wintering here in these islands.
Right. I think we had talked about we could do work. We could set up, hopefully, or with help with our friends in the forest, maybe a good line for the tar. Establish some good housing for the folks here, as these two groups are now getting back together, so they're much larger now. And by the time we do some work there, we're in springtime, and I think we got to head back home, honestly. I think we had talked about going back to the farm, pretty damn, but we weren't going to do that in winter.
Yeah, we need to do stuff here while we're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Precisely.
Um,
Might as well help set things up for, for the time being. I easily see us coming back at some point, but yeah, we do have things to take care of on the mainland too that we shouldn't let linger.
Yeah, we have a home.
Yeah, we gotta check up on our folks. We got a whole bunch of folks at the farm right now, and
We also
hopefully
know how
they're doing
close
all right.
they are to dangerous things.
No,
It should be okay, but who knows what it's like now.
But yeah, I'm interested in setting up that tar pit line as fast as we possibly can, along with setting up the housing here. I think those would be my two thoughts.
Eleanor's pretty antsy to get back to the farm since it's been a really long time, but also
We're
not
going
recognizes
anywhere
when
anytime soon.
she's outvoted. So
Well, I mean,
well, it's not outvoting. It's just
It's just
straight up
season.
dangerous to go
Yeah.
right now.
so when it's safe to go, I think we should. But
Yeah.
let's do things while we can.
sure, I'm just saying Eleanor is kind of antsy at the prospect that it's going to be another
Blythe wants to.
several months.
Blythe wants to too, but yeah, it's just
It's too dangerous.
yeah.
Sure, that doesn't change
You have little S with you, so at the very least,
Think of the children.
that's what I'm doing. That's why I want to make sure that everyone's okay back home.
don't think of
Not
the
the,
children.
not the
Again.
British children. Not
But
the
not
British
the British
children.
children. No. Never the British children.
Wow.
I mean, how many miles is it back to the mainland? Straight as the crow flies.
I don't suppose there's any way to just scry in on what's going on.
That sounds like magic. I can't do that.
I mean, there is magic. You could try that. I will say, have you ever watched a crow fly over any length of distance? They don't fly that straight.
No, they don't. They really don't.
Often distracted by shiny things.
And food.
Because I was just thinking, if we don't have a magic means and we are very desperate, in theory, I could fly back.
Who's desperate? I'm just it's a concern. It's reaching a point where I'm we should probably go back and check on them. How long has it been?
I mean, it's been 6 months?
Yeah, give or take. You guys left in spring.
It's not that long.
So it'll be about a year before we get back. A lot can change in a year, is all I am saying.
I mean, we left them for a year before and they were fine.
Yes.
Let's see.
All right, so
Magic items. There's divine magic.
the area to the north is the known world. That's the continent. And you can see the Isle of Dread way in the south side. And each of those hexes is, I believe, 24 miles.
Okay.
Jeez.
Now remind me, are we right outside of Threshold? Is that right? We further up.
You're close to it. You're off to the side of Threshold, to the little, towards the coast, towards the, you see where Specularum is?
Right. Okay, yeah.
The Lodge City. If you go follow the coast up to that next inland, where the water goes further to the north, you guys are not near the coast there, but you're about one hex up and over from it.
Okay.
About 900 miles back to the proper mainland. Do some island hopping along the way. But
Which probably means more like 1,200 to 1,500 miles actually sailing type distance.
Plus we have that giant... We also have that giant thing. Vampire manta ray.
Yeah, we mentioned.
Well,
That's one of the reasons why we do want to get back, because that needs to be taken care of before it takes our farm.
No, not the vampire on the coastline. I'm talking about the vampire manta ray thingy.
The closer vampires.
Oh, right.
Rays.
The
And there's
underwater
also-
vampires.
Which,
You know,
let's be honest, they will also probably cause problems for us
For our
here.
port.
So, any amount of effort that we put in currently could easily be pulled and unraveled by this fucking thing. I'm sure Z's.
It's gonna be real fucking hard for a, scrappy gang of daring do-gooders like ourselves to take out an entire fucking city of these things, though.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying, it seems weird to want to do all the heavy lifting of establishing trade routes and mercantile stuff, only to have them literally take it out from under us.
Well,
I guess maybe the reason why no one's done it before is because every time they've tried,
They died.
or
We
just
should.
generally brought to ruin.
we could go down and attempt to negotiate with them.
Are you volunteering?
Not on my own.
Let's bring the beholder friend.
Honestly, I feel like he'd be pretty good at negotiating with them.
I mean, if anything, he'd work as a decent mount.
Just hold on to his claws.
Though I also imagine he'd turn on us in a fucking instant if it meant saving his skin, so
Mm-hmm.
perhaps not the best of allies.
Have we heard tale from our friends and or any of the boats that have come in of anything attacking, or any of the manta rays attacking people or boats recently?
No. But, it's the case of, sometimes boats go missing and no one ever knows why.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be the manta rays? Could it be krakens? Could it just be the weather? Could it be rogue waves? Could it be the sealants they used in the boat weren't very good?
Mm-hmm.
It's much harder to say when boats end up never coming back what actually happened to them.
There's also a red dragon on this island that we need to talk to, because we still have our original goal that we came down here, several years ago, IRL time, of finding the fucking Eyes of Treldar.
True. We ended up just being like, oh, we can get hippogriffs to sell them? Alright.
Fucking
So you
what?
guys had also seen in the northeastern swamp jungle area that isthmus that sticks out. You guys had seen sign of a when you had done the trek overland up over the mountains and had looked out, following the directions from the Rakasta when you were with them. You guys had seen in the distance a green dragon out in that jungle.
That's right.
Yeah. And you'd been told by the druid that there are dragons in the area. Specifically on some of the islands in the archipelago. Not this one, but some of the islands in the archipelago, certain dragon species use them as nesting sites. So they'll lay some eggs, raise the kids for a little bit, then they'll fuck off, and the kids get to use this as their starting point.
I mean, it's just kind of the nature of it, right? I mean, it's always been dangerous getting down here. We've done the best we can as far as charting a route for, you're going to have a skilled boat, skilled crew, skilled captain be able to get down here anyways. That's what we've tried to lay out for folks. There's only so much we can do in some regard, too. There's so much. There is inherent
You guys
danger
know
of the sea.
You guys know there's a continent to the south? You don't know how much further south, though. You just know that people from the Minthrod guilds, which is some of the islands just south of Kamakos, they'd been trading across the sea with those southern ones. They don't go straight across because they basically follow the winds. They let the winds twirl them around the ocean. They curve off towards the east, and then at certain point, the winds end up catching them, and they blow in towards that continent. And when they leave that continent, they arc way wide of the Isle of Dread and the archipelago it's in, and they end up coming back up towards the Kingdom of Arundi, and then over to the Minstrad Guild. So they kind of have a loop that they follow because it's pretty safe and predictable, but it does take time. Also, what's not shown on the map, and the reason why they take that loop way off to the east, is the Empire of Theatis is way bigger than that. There's actually a bunch of islands just off to the side of the map that are larger than their holdings on the continent.
Yeah, no, I think you shared a couple maps.
So the island, the Empire of Theatis is about the same size as all of the rest of the known world put together, but in a bunch of islands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
including one island, the Isle of Dawn, that's immense. That it only controls about half of it, and the other half is controlled by the Empire of Theatis, and that's where the war has been going on for like the last 100 years or so. Sometimes cold, sometimes hot, where they're fighting over the different kingdoms that they have as protectorates on that island. But since there's a bunch of trade, the Minstrad Guild does a circuit where they'll hit the islands of the Theatis Empire, then they'll hit the continent to the south, then they come back around, hit the Kingdom of Arundi, and then back to Minstrad as part of like their overall trade loop. And then they intersect the other trade loop that comes down from the Darrican Republics that goes up through Glantray and then hits on going the other direction around the continent, hits like the kingdoms of Ostland, the kingdoms of Vestland, Sodaford, the Emirates, and then the Khanates, and then north of that is the Haldane Freeholds. So there's this whole like several concentric circles that all kind of like loop through and around either the Minstrad Guild, the Kingdom of Arundi, or the Empire of Theatis. And so it's a decent trade hub. And you guys happen to be astride a spot where you guys would theoretically represent halving the distance to get to the southern continent if they were to just kind of sail straight south across the southern sea.
So it's definitely worthwhile. We could even start charging like higher docking fees because of this.
And we have the tar.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible resource.
Which is part of why I think it would behoove us to check and see if any of these other islands have similar, valuable resources. Because, if we want to set up, conquering the world and our own empire and our own financial system.
But we can't be greedy about it.
That's kind of what you have to be, actually. Like, if you want to rule the world, you need money. Like, that's just how things work.
I mean, you need money, but if we're greedy about it, that's how we die.
Paper Linus, you goddamn money grubbing hippie. You son of No, we have a lot of options, I suppose. I think we could do some good here in the winter, and we could make our way back home, what is our home. But I can't say I disagree with any of the things, honestly, you guys have pitched out there. So, I mean, there is more to do here. There is more to do on some close by islands. We have dangers in the waters that could fuck everything up over here if they really get out of hand, but I don't know how much we can do about it. It's
That's
tough.
the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if we finally find the Eyes of Traldar, if the legends are true, they'll grant us enough power that we can actually, like, do something about anything that we want to, like this.
Came for the Eye of Traldar, and all I got was this big-ass black pearl.
Yeah, basically.
Apparently not the Eye of Traldar.
Son of a bitch. Well, I mean, I think our time is better spent, at least at the moment, like, directing them, the people on the islands for what to do, and then using our time to go off and either negotiate or explore we've got these dragons that could potentially be resources here. We've got still an Eye of Shroudar potentially down here. Actually, let me double check. Do I have any scrying spells?
Yeah, that's certainly not my kit, unfortunately.
Actually, it is. Scrying spells are primarily arcane in nature.
I mean, I don't have access.
Yeah.
Not currently.
Not currently.
My spell book. It's a little messy, but I got everything in there, trust me.
Yeah,
It's
it
there.
fits. It fits.
Therefore, it sits.
Or it fits.
The rule.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Immune with nature.
Hold on. We don't just have like a sending stone that we've forgotten about, right?
I don't think so.
That'd be funny.
No, but that would be funny.
I'm curious because I know we got that bag of holding we always kind of forget about.
I mean, poke your head in there. Look around.
Poke my head. Fake. How about not?
I hear you get a pretty cool hairdo after.
So in our big bag of holding, we have the Scroll of Shelter, Rope of Climbing, bunch of rings, bunch of potions, twice as many weapons, couple of wands, nothing of significant note in terms of transportation or communication. We do have that Scroll of Shelter, though. It means camping wherever we go. Very easy to deal with. Okay. That is one thing actually I wanted to do was, while we have so many months of winter, to craft some scrolls.
I just want to continue to train with Baxter for the most part, and I'm sure Baxter's going to be interested in Arc 1's fishing.
Yeah.
Asiago.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Asiago. The A names, man. It's always an A name.
Yeah. It's two A names, but yes.
And but to be fair, it is like 100% of the time.
Hey, Rubik's.
Well, it's all right. There, you have Rubik's, and you have another character in Andy's campaign. That's the Stanhope. I don't anymore. I had one, but I don't anymore. He died. My Horus. I was gonna have fun with Horus.
No more.
I'm sure he's still around. Just waiting.
I mean, I can commune if and ask questions about the camp or our little village, if that would help assuage some of Eleonora's concerns.
Yeah, that'd be great. How do you commune?
So, like, I just, like, reach out to Gaia, and I just, like, chat with her. Like, she doesn't really talk back too much. She just kind of says, like, a couple of words in, like, positive, negative.
So is this, like, a little bit more than talking to yourself?
A little bit, but it does give actual information that I don't have. So, it's... You have to be deeply attuned in order to, like, be able to talk with them. You get it?
You also have to understand that He's asking questions from the point of view of the planet.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
No, we got that last time. I mean, Eleanor didn't technically hear it, but I heard it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, ah.
Well, the questions have to be phrased in a way that the planet would.
Understand.
I mean, I feel like the planet understands basically everything. It's getting the correct answers out of the planet is the tricky part.
Right.
Yes.
So I could ask, like, you know, are all of the humanoids that regularly live in our village, you know, healthy and alive? Or,
That sounds good.
you know,
That's a good
Will
start.
we get a warm welcome when we return home to our farm in the north?
yeah.
Yes, because it's on fire. It's just like Star Wars. They were warm for the rest of their lives.
They were warm for the rest of their lives.
I would dare say they were hot.
Mm-hmm. My favorite adage. Give a man a fire and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
The rest of his life.
So we did.
What's gone? Shoveled off this mortal coil.
All right, hold back there. You're not British. All this talk of mortar coil.
Mortar and coil.
Mortal coil. I can't talk right now, apparently.
Motor and coil.
What was it?
I can feel this, like, section of my sinuses moving in the back of my face right now.
Ugh.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that happens.
It's the time of year again. It's magical.
It's
Yeah.
almost Luigi's time.
Walk a mile in another man's shoes, and you will be a mile away from him
With his
with his
shoes.
shoes.
Babe, did you use all the cheese?
In the pre-shredded?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you need it?
Bro.
Not lie.
We have a block of cheese and a grater. Do you need me to come downstairs and grate you some cheese? I will do it.
Bro.
I will grate you some cheese right now. I don't hear a yes.
I don't hear a no.
So maybe?
This is a yes situation.
No, it's more fun if I get to tease you about it.
If you want some of the pre-grated cheese, there's pasta in the pot.
I was making food for Vivian. The fiber pasta is too much for their tummy, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, is that special, like, low in carb pasta?
Yeah, low carb,
It-
super high fiber.
Yeah, it's
Got it.
the gold wheat.
The 14-year-old does not need the high fiber pasta because it does upset their
No,
stomach
no,
pretty bad.
that will definitely, that potentially can change their gut biome.
Yeah,
And when you're 14, like, you don't need things slowing down in your gut.
yeah.
No.
No. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Oh.
You want to keep it moving and get some Taco Bell. Full circle.
You're bringing it back?
Please don't.
Too late. They already did.
Yeah.
Alright. Got some mac and cheese here.
That's
All
it.
right.
That builds character right there.
That was-
Alright.
You're calling that character. See. I'm gonna go have a character right now. Give me a few minutes.
What about-
So Commune's about as good as I've got for some sort of scrying magic.
All right, how many questions you get?
3?
Five.
5? 5. Hold on, let's check.
It's probably not 5. I'm just saying 5.
Page 14.
I mean, I think Gabe would be okay if I had just accepted 5.
Yeah, 5's fine.
But is it the rules
Oh,
as written?
Whatever Andy wants, because Andy's the DM. So it's 5, right?
I mean, I'd rather go by what was already there. I'll admit some of that I am fixing, but because it's copied and pasted from other sources.
Gotcha. So, if I squint really hard, this 3 definitely looks like a 5. So we're gonna go with 5.
Okay, so 3 questions it is. So, questions 3. I was going to start asking you what your favorite color was, but
blue. No.
It's like, why is my god testing me every time I cast Commune? I'm supposed to get answers.
I'm the one asking the questions here. You don't. What do you want to know about our little villa?
You had already kind of said aloud.
No, Gabe's forgotten it now. He's forgotten what character he's playing, actually.
Yeah. Well, who am I? Where am I? What's going on?
Yeah, he's old now.
Why do I smell burnt toast?
Gabe's an old man now, and it's all downhill.
True. It's true. Past my prime.
Did you know that Gabe is the oldest he has ever been?
Whoa.
Right now?
Holy damn, I feel old now.
I mean, I'm not.
You in fact are not the oldest that Gabe is right now. That is true.
Become the age.
All right. Reeling it back to your god and the answers that, well, you worshiping the planet, because you don't actually worship a god. You worship literally the incarnation of nature, and it's less the planet and more you worship the biosphere of the planet. It's the concept of the planet, but it's really like it's the life force it's the net life force of everything on the planet.
Yeah. I don't worship the rock and the magma and
which is why you no longer have the ability to directly interface really with undead, because they are subtracting from the net total of the biosphere. They're basically holes in the life force.
Makes sense.
So your questions. You've opened yourself up. You have some weird incense going, and you've been saying strange things while you're concentrating. And then you're going to intone your question carefully, making sure not to stutter or screw up.
Before I do this, there are 2 more potential questions that I can ask my Lord and Savior, Mother Earth.
Do I really like potatoes, or do they just kind of go with what's there on the plate?
I mean, that is the real question here. Eleonora, what other questions would you like me to ask God before I ask God?
Really the biggest one is, like, if they can tell us the status, like the current power level status of the vampire, that'd be handy.
Yeah, how many humanoids does he have under his direct control?
That's that kind of strong numerical number. Like, you're just going to get an answer of yes rather than like the number.
Okay.
You know that's not Commune does not give you good strong numbers like that. So
we could say, is his party or contingent large enough to start attacking towns and our village? Or has he even started attacking towns and a village? Do something like that. Eleonora, opinions? Thoughts?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm doing parent stuff.
Okay. I will ask them the first question of, of the group, when last we left our village, are those that we left there still alive and healthy and living at the village?
That sounds good. We want a status update on what's going on there.
that's a confined geographic question based upon emotional content in your head. So the answer is going to be yes. You don't feel it's a strong yes, you just feel it's a yes. So you're not totally sure what that means, but it's mostly positive.
Okay.
That's good.
Positive impression.
Alright.
So, Linus just talked to their god and got a consensus back that things are good at the farm. We don't know exactly to the extent of any of this, but right now, positive vibes.
Okay.
It's a thumbs up.
Yep. I could ask, has the vampire and his, cohort attacked our village or any nearby villages of similar size? Would that be a good question, do you think, group?
Yep.
All right. I will ask that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most empathic yes that you've ever heard before.
Yay.
Oh, no.
So we need to get back once we finish here.
Yeah, we really need to get back.
I want you to think real careful about your last question. I also want you to maybe think real careful about the question you just asked me.
Yeah.
I guess, it's up to you, but trying to find out if our farm is in danger from the vampire, which I
don't
know
think-
that's specific.
I don't think it'll be able to answer that.
So the vampire is corrupting the land around it, which is why I got the very empathic yes.
Yeah. But, I guess to what extent is what we don't know.
Yeah.
And, I guess that was always a yes, really. How could it not be?
I mean, you can't asking something esoteric like, is it a danger to our village? I mean, of course it's a danger. The vampire alone is a danger to our village. And he's already started attacking nearby towns. Potentially.
So, I know the elves are kind of smart. Actually, everyone can make an intelligence check, because you guys had been talking about what he was going to ask.
And I did clarify that my first question was, part of it was, are they alive?
Yeah, and that's why the first question was fine. It's the second question you got to really think about what you actually asked, Gabe.
Has he started attacking nearby towns?
Yeah.
Was that answer yes from when we first met them? You know what I mean?
So, people make intelligence checks?
Yeah. 'Cause
2d6 plus your intelligence. 9s or better is what we're looking for.
Elegance?
Intelligence.
What is my
Intelligence.
Ray sent me the meanest fucking TikTok. It was like how to test your players to see what their intelligence was, and the punchline of it was just really mean.
So it's
Blark
2d6
figured it out.
plus 2, you said?
2d6 plus your int modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, so not plus 2.
Not for you,
What's your intelligence?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2d6. I'm gonna reroll it. -1.
Yeah, well, you already hit rolls, so yeah.
I rolled the same thing.
Just about.
Except with the minus.
I mean, a 7 is still a good roll.
10!
10. Okay, fucking Al figured it out.
Yeah, so Eleonora, when you're thinking about the question he asked for the second part, he didn't specify a start time.
Mm.
And the vampire had clearly actually attacked things way in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
So he literally was asking a question of hey, did the vampire ever attack anyone?
I did say has he been?
No. Yeah, has he? but there was no start time on that. You got to be literal when you're asking gods because they will be literal with their answers.
That's fair.
So
Okay.
your third question, what are you asking?
Suppose we can re-ask the question, but more properly with specification and enunciation.
I think we can, but it just costs us our last question.
I mean, I can cast this again tomorrow. Like, it's not a big deal.
A week from now, you
Or
can
a
cast
week
it
from
once
now.
a week.
Yeah,
Yep.
I cast it once a week, sorry. But even then, like, once a week, we've got plenty of times we can ask them questions.
So the god can only answer in yes or no?
Yes, no, or
single words.
one-word questions, yeah.
Got it.
It's like a feeling.
I mean, I think just rephrasing the question of, like, within, or since we left, has the vampire been attacking nearby villages? And
How long can the question be?
I mean, the question doesn't have a finite requirement. It
I'm
just
sure
requires-
Andy will give us a reason.
I think the longer the question, the harder a one-word answer is going to be, though.
I disagree.
Okay. Goes the way.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I might need a minute. I don't work well under pressure.
Do
I'm
you
not a
work
pressure
on-
cooker. I'm a slow cooker.
Under pressure.
I need time.
Yeah, I also like that Vanilla Ice song a lot. You know,
Yeah.
he was an artist ahead of his time.
He learned it from Disney.
Yep.
I'm 246. I don't do anything quickly, okay?
They're old.
Old.
That song's like doon 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 doon. But my song's like doon doon
Dun 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 dun.
What?
But then
I
you
use-
say
I
ice,
use
ice,
duds
baby, and that's
instead
the
of
different part right
dunes.
there.
See how it's duns and not dunes.
Ice pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Wait.
I mean, you could make that song. I don't think anyone's gonna debate that because what are we really arguing about at the end of the day?
Pressure, baby.
Under
I mean, here's the
baby.
thing with Vanilla Ice, he got turned into that thing by like the studios. All he wanted to do was like sing some covers and dance. Like that was what he intended for his career. Now he sells houses, I think, as a real estate guy. But like back
He was just
then,
born in the wrong era. He needed to be a
Well, no,
TikToker.
what it was is that he was an attractive dude who could hold rhythm, dance, and was white. So the studio thought they found their Elvis for rap. He wasn't that, but that's what they thought.
What they wanted.
That's what
happened
they
to
wanted.
Vanilla Ice. I never.
He's a real estate agent now. He sells houses.
I know, but like, why did he stop doing music?
Hot.
No, because here's the thing. He didn't like the fact that people thought he was he was just straight up stealing songs and wasn't a real, like, that wasn't what he was about. He was like, I'm a dancer
Oh.
who can sing. I'm not a songwriter. I'm just a dancer who can sing. And he's not even great at singing. But he was good at dancing. That was what he was really good at.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But it's that weird late 80s kind of dancing. So, wasn't like he was going to keep finding jobs as the 90s progressed.
Yeah. I'll open the door from the observation.
Yeah, it's still warm in my room, and I have my window open.
It's perfect in our room right now.
Man, I just cracked my window.
We also have like 8 windows in here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough. You're good. Like, I only have one window open, and so there's not really any breeze. It's just a slow exchange of air.
Yeah, you gotta have your door
What's-
open too and hope for the best.
How many open windows can we have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I was almost right.
That's how the crows get inside, through all those open windows.
Also, like a wind tunnel over here. So
I will say I'll
For clarification, I don't have the question now.
okay.
Like, in case anyone was actually waiting for me to come up with one.
No.
you'll have the question when we get there. Got it.
All right. I'll just ask a question now, and then we can ask another question in a week's time.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay.
You mentioned being able to do it once a week, and we're going to be
Ask
here.
for some winning lottery numbers,
That's
Num-
exactly what I was gonna ask.
number by number.
Each week is number 97 good? No.
Fuck.
Did we get insight about how our farm specifically was doing in terms of like
Yes.
And-
Wellness check.
right?
There's a
And they
big
said
thumbs up.
fine. Big thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Good
Okay.
vibes.
So I will then just rephrase the question of, has the vampire and his cadre attacked, our town or any other nearby villages within the last year?
Yes.
Okay.
We probably just should have stuck with our town.
I mean, I'll ask again next week. It doesn't cost any resources to ask these
That's fair.
questions. It's just
No,
time.
it's purely time limited. It's so that you can't just keep spamming it like a bunch of times a day, every day as you're outside of a dungeon.
As we proceed to spam it. No. During downtime.
I mean, if you're willing to take the time, like that's fine. That's not a huge deal. My nose is starting to solidify up again, as it's
Good.
not moving anymore.
That's good.
Always awkward though. Always awkward.
Yeah, you need some last dab.
So,
Oh
It
my
w-
god.
as we
Fucking chugging the bottle, dude. I can't.
that shit was hilarious.
Andy, do you ever watch Hot Ones? The talk interview show on YouTube where they eat progressively hotter and hotter hot wings.
Oh, yeah.
They
Today
just
was
had Conan O'Brien on, and it's
good.
completely unhinged. From minute go, it just gets wilder and wilder.
I love the
I mean-
doctor that he brought with him that like is terrible.
Conan O'Brien has always been over the top. It's
Yeah.
Network television always constrained him rather than.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can tell.
You can tell. He's not gonna beat Steve-O, but it was really good.
Plus, he's old hat at the interview game.
Oh yeah.
Like Conan is literally an expert in interviewing. If you go by you need 10,000 hours of time to become an expert at something. He's had 10,000 hours of interview time.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
I used to watch
And,
it all the time.
He remains one of my favorite interview hosts.
Yeah.
If you're going to go by that kind of formula, he remains my favorite.
Oh yeah. No, he's
It's
very
him
good.
followed by that Scottish guy. Not the blonde asshole, but the the one who was on the Drew Carey show.
Oh, was it Ryan Stiles? I don't know.
No, he's not Scottish. Does he? I don't think he does interviews.
Andrew Stiles isn't Scottish?
Oh, I know who you're fucking talking
I
about.
thought he was Irish or American. He's American, but
the boss, right? In Drew Carey
Yeah,
show?
the boss.
That's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Craig Ferguson.
Craig, that's right. There you go. He is Craig Ferguson, technically an American now because he got U.S. citizenship, but he, however, I believe, is from Scotland. In fact,
Yeah.
he was in a band, I think, with the 3 Doctors ago for Doctor Who, when it was the older Doctor.
really,
Yeah, because they're both Scottish.
What was
Yep.
your final question again?
has the vampire been attacking nearby towns and or our town within the last year?
Well, to be precise, you said has the vampire or any of his cadre.
Yeah. So his cadre being, vampire spawns. So the vampire spawns are starting to branch out, it sounds like.
Are we sure cadre specifically means the vampire spawn, just out of curiosity? Because we did technically borrow indefinitely those ogres, and I don't know if the Earth is counting them or not.
I mean, do you think our town would be attacking itself or other towns?
I
Maybe.
mean, that could be a question for next week.
I also want to know if your goddess thinks we can.
We
beat
did leave a bunch
the
of
vampires.
hyenas and a bunch of ogres, and there's that one orc there who...
And an orc hero.
Right.
And an orc hero.
Right. It's entirely possible that everything's fine. I just also, like, on the off chance that they've decided to also do the thing.
I think what
Yeah.
you're trying to say is I'd watch that anime.
Yes, I would. Sorry, I didn't think I was. I thought I was saying that. Thank you for mansplaining what I
Oh, no,
was. what I needed, though.
look. As a man, I feel I need to explain how fun things work to women. You know, because men understand it and women don't. Like, that's just how the world works, you know?
yeah.
This is how you get shanked.
Look, I'm not the one who's in a house with her. You and Gabe have a lot to worry about.
Yeah, Gabe, look out.
I don't know. You're in the room with her right now.
I'm good.
Are you, though?
Good.
I mean, there are reasons why he's better off in terms of like
Yeah.
not having
but, you know, spousal abuse is a serious problem in this day and age, and
right, which I wouldn't do to
Also,
myself because I love him. And
if he turns up murdered, they're just immediately going to assume the spouse. Whereas if you turn up murdered, Gabe, I mean, could have been anyone.
Could be a lot of things, yeah.
he's slighted girlfriends.
slighted roommates.
Nah.
The kids from the skate park.
Ah, those
Eh?
are the worst.
The 9-year-old from the skate park.
The goddamn
Well, man,
chupacabra. I know.
Over the last few
months.
months, you know,
Could've been.
like we keep bringing up how you have a beef with a bunch of the kids from the skate park.
The
Making sure to
satanic
tell
gun would
everyone-
probably help me hide a body.
Hey, but I'll still do anything. They're broke. They don't got jobs.
What the fuck's going on?
Oh my god.
He's just confused. He's confused.
Oh my god. Alright. So we want to... Sounds like we're still gonna want to go back. We have how many months, roughly, until the weather clears up?
So the weather hasn't gotten bad yet. The weather won't get bad for a couple of weeks, potentially. But you guys, if you left now, you run the risk of hitting the first of the big storms,
Yeah.
which would suck. The weather will get clear. Your captain's willing to ride through some of the spring storms, because while they're there, they're nowhere near as dangerous as the winter storms are. So you guys probably have like 3.5 months before it'd be considered safe to start the sailing process, because you'd miss all of the bad storms and the hurricanes.
Okay.
You know, one thing that I didn't even bring up that I would like to work on, maybe during some of our downtime here, is I know we've talked about selling the tar, but utilizing the tar to kind of reinforce our own ship as we're going to be heading out. I think it'd be a smart idea.
I assumed you were doing that already.
Yeah, we might already have people working on that. We could, but I'm just making sure we're doing so.
For sure.
I haven't looked at the ship for quite a while. Actually, I haven't checked in the captain. How's the captain doing? They're just chilling?
Yeah.
They're doing alright?
Sailors.
Yeah,
Sailors
the
are
captain
alright, everything
and the sailors. Right now, they had pulled the ship up out, and they're scraping barnacles and seaweed off.
Okay.
They're doing a dry dock basically because they've been here for a while and like it's tropical, so they kind of want to make sure there's no woodworms growing and eating the planks. And then they had already been using a lot of tar, because you guys did collect some of the tar on your first trip, so they had some tar available to reseal a bunch of stuff and coat things. So yeah. That and replacing some plankings, because there is some hardwood available. Because it's not all palm trees. There's actually hardwood in the forests.
Now, call me crazy, and it's fine if you do, but how dope would it be is, we got that bird's nest up there, and that's obviously great, but what if we were able to expand that bitch so Baxter could stay up there? That'd be dope.
The bird's nest for Baxter? I think he's a little too heavy for that.
I think
That's
it
what we're
would
saying,
tip the boat
expand it.
over.
I'm saying it would be like, it'd have to be well reinforced. It'd be funny as hell. I just like the imagery of it. I suppose you're not wrong as far as the
like a
practicality.
As like the mascot on the front of the ship because he can blow
Ooh,
ice.
the mast is a great idea, but then, yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to go somewhere anyway, so, yeah, why not?
In all honesty, he just needs a nice area for takeoff and landing.
Guys only get bigger, I'm just...
Yeah, I
We
think
should
it
do a
would
little
make it
something
a
more
little.
for him, but...
I feel like he'd be a little top heavy, but we can try it.
That, and now we're gonna have, as well, 3 hippogriffs that we're traveling with.
Yep.
We're bringing our crew back. And they have to kind of stay a little separated, I feel.
The hippogriffs and the dragon. I feel like the dragon would keep them in line.
No, that's the problem. Is that Baxter wants to play rough, and the hippogriffs are terrified of him because he plays rough.
The hippogriffs are very fragile,
Sounds right.
dainty creatures.
They are birds. Like, their bones are hollow. Like,
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as I've always understood, they don't necessarily,
bird generally, in the game of rock, paper, scissor, lizard, Spock, I feel like lizard beats bird. Just generally speaking.
Probably.
I'm sure we could find examples where that's not the case, but like I feel like in this particular corner case, Baxter beats birds.
So what you're saying is, when we get back to the mainland, we're gonna want to find a bigger ship.
Oh yeah, I'd love to get something that lets Baxter kind of park in it. He can keep his feet wet if he wants to, but otherwise...
I mean, he can fit on the deck of this boat, right? Like, that's how we've been traveling with him, but give him a little room to, like, walk around at least, especially if we're getting 3 hippogriffs. That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like he's just got a year older, too. And we're traveling with the hippogriffs, so yeah. It's just kind of
The dragons don't really change until they have their metamorphosis via gold, though,
Sure.
right?
No, alright, so Baxter will get larger as he ages. He's what's considered a small dragon. That's not the D&D size category, that's the dragon rough approximation of Baxter's in what's known as the natural stages of being a dragon. As a white dragon, assuming he lived to like 100 to 200 years old, he'll eventually become the size of like a bus with wings. No, not a bus. Like he'll become his body will become the size of like 2 elephants put together, with a really long neck and head with a long tail and wingspan of like 60, 70 feet. Big mamma jamba, but that's still a small dragon. However, the gold apotheosis, gold can speed up the process of getting faster. It's kind of like a hormone for them, like they'll grow faster in response to the treasure. But
Cool.
at a certain point, their souls can resonate with the treasure and literally basically transubstantiate the treasure into growing their soul. They need to transubstantiate the treasure in order to grow their soul to change into, in this case, he would go from being what's known as a small dragon, which is the natural dragon, to the next category up, which is a large dragon. Large dragons for whites range in size from like the size of like an elephant all the way up to the size of like a Greyhound bus.
So we need to get
There's a category even past that
Yay!
where they range in size from like a small bus all the way up to like a big jetliner.
Let's be honest. Sorry, buddy. This might be your last boat trip. That's ridiculous. You might
Dude,
be,
he's that big, he can just fucking fly there.
You're just flying your way. That's what I'm thinking.
Dragons that don't experience that apotheosis only live a couple hundred years. Like 300 years on the outside. More like 150 to 200, 250, somewhere in there.
Like when you get
Once they
too far away.
experience that first apotheosis, they can easily live for hundreds and hundreds, upwards of 1,000 years. And then once they experience that third one, thousands of years is easy. But they're much larger. and much older and cantankerous and smart. And even if they can't talk, because a lot of them, like, the language never really enters into it, they basically become hyper-intelligent apex predators that want to collect the stuff produced by civilizations.
Good and smart.
Yep.
Curious though. How about our hippogriff friends in this 3.5 months? I know they aren't very big right now, but are
So
we hitting like a
they're-
big growth spurt coming up here?
So hippogriffs are basically somewhere between eagles and horses in terms of how fast they get to adulthood. These hippogriffs will be full adults by next summer.
Oh wow.
They'll be 80% of the size of an adult by the end of winter,
That's cool.
going into spring. Because birds have adult size within a month and a half to 2 months after being hatched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's they're a little slower than that. Horses take like 1.5 to 2 years. These take a little less than a year.
Well, shit.
And then they live for about the same amount of time that a horse does. That means in the wild, hippogriffs can expect to live like 2 decades. In captivity, they can expect to live 3.5 decades.
Well, these are some pretty pivotal months, I suppose. So
Yeah.
good to take care of them.
Pivotal.
Pivot.
All right.
Okay.
So
I'm fishing. I'll see you guys later. Fishing for weeks. I'm bringing my hippogriff. Peace. I mean, with the time, I think establishing the is it Tabaxi that's in the forest?
Oh, the Ricasta. The
Ricasta. I'm putting my notes properly here. We could help them get established before the winter hits. Wouldn't be a terrible idea, I feel.
that sounds like a grand idea.
Yeah, because if you guys had wanted to try to basically do like a hey, this helps you and helps us, please move your settlement to near the tar pits, south of it, and start maybe harvesting it, and we'll help build a road and a little port facility to make it easy to canoe the tar along the coast, to make it much faster to get the tar out of there towards your guys' docks. That mean you guys would be able to provide resources to them, because you'd have money coming in for the tar, and then they would help basically provide protection and the tar, access to the tar for you. Initially, it looks better for you, but in the long run, it also helps them because it means that they're going to have easy access to goods and materials from the outside world via the dock that's going to have ships come to it.
And they'll probably be safer just in general because you're not going to be right in the middle of the island where there's just death waiting around every corner.
Yeah. Instead, you guys are suggesting that they come and build. Give me a sec while I open it up.
Oh yeah, what was? Yeah, listen, didn't we? Oh, I picked out something. Oh my god, there's so many fucking names.
So in that area just south, you guys can see the shortest distance from the ocean to the south of the tar pits. There's that hill range that runs up against the lower lying jungle area.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys got them to build something near the edge of the swamps, like basically directly south of the center hex of where the tar pits are, but up to like on the hillside of it, so it's defensible. They'd have easy access to solid ground, but also ready access to hunting out in the swamps and then the jungle to the lowlands, and then literally have just this like 8 to 10 mile route towards the coast where you'd have like a little maybe build a little fort right there on the coast and be able to launch canoes from there or outriggers to load in barrels of the tar and outrigger it along the coast towards the village, because the outrigging, you guys could it would just take a whole day, and it would just be paddle, maybe stopping once along the way to overnight, like, or even just like overnight on the water. Be safer than landing.
Yeah. It's not a bad plan at all.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, make 2 forts. One right there along the coast where the hills are, and then another on the tip of that one peninsula that comes to the south. Like built like a fortified area right on the coast so that the canoes can come in at night at the midway point and then leave the next day and just go straight across the water towards the village. Because that is a trek that could be done. Assuming the winds are nice, you could even just sail it. Otherwise, you'd just be paddling. That could be done in a day.
Easy peasy. All right, let's do that. Sounds like a plan.
Indeed.
All right. So that means once you guys have like settled some folks in here, redirect efforts of like building up a dockmaster's tower, a small one. It doesn't have to be super large because honestly, you guys don't have the materials to build a super large tower. They've already been erecting a bunch of like simple A-frame structures for both living quarters as well as potential storage facilities, and then prepping areas for people to, like, here's a cleared out area that you can lease as like, yeah, this is an area where if you want to build a structure there or even just place things and cover them in tarps, that's the place where you do it. And they have 2 fairly simple docks that go out on the back side of the quay, because you guys have a breakwater quay, which is just basically a bunch of boulders dumped in a line going out in the water to break up the waves as they come in towards where you guys have your docking facility.
Yeah.
Just to slow down the water and make it so that your boats and things like that don't just, get jostled around a ton. And then 2 simple wooden docks that go out that one of them is deep enough out where you guys' actual ship can get to the end of it. And then the other ones are close enough in where it's outrigger canoes can easily get to and from.
All right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so you guys had hired, like, I think it's like 30 people, so that's what they've been doing for the last, 6 months, man. Well, 3 months now. And then there's, I think 5 people involved in raising the hippogriffs, if I recall.
Yeah.
The lead guy and then a bunch of, helpers that aren't really trained, but, willing to listen to instructions. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys can spend some quality time, maybe, a week with the actual hippogriffs. That way you guys have some better bonding time, because you guys were here for when they were hatched. But now, actually make sure you get some feeding time in with them so that they remember you and continue to keep that pair bond.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will.
So after a week of doing that, the plan will be to, head out along the trail towards tar pits and maybe head out towards to find the where the Ricosta is, because they have their camp north of it right now. But convince them to then move to the south of it. A little further away from those prime spots to the north that they were thinking about moving to, but definitely further away from where the those oversized intelligent spiders are.
Yeah, mostly that. I like the oversized intelligent spiders, but they seem to like everyone else in, the food fashion, so I don't think hanging out with them is too good of an idea. All the hunts.
Yeah. So yeah, in about basically a little over a week and a half, you guys are going to find yourselves in the Ricosta village. But let me find out, As you guys travel, if anything happens along the way.
Big
Along the
question
way,
here.
along the way.
What did you all name your hippogriffs? Big Macintosh is mine. I chose from that list that provided, I think, last week of all the My Little Pony characters.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Big Macintosh is mine.
Oh shit, where is it?
Motherfucker
Oh,
just
there it
named
is.
Snips. That's pretty good. Snails. Snails is pretty good. I like Snails.
Oh, that's what Scootaloo's from. Okay.
Yes.
That explains so much.
I mean, that's not what his screen name is. That's
Nope.
what Mana calls him.
Yeah.
I just thought it rolled off the tongue really well.
No, his screen name is legitimately because it's just a scooter.
Scooter.
It's funny because it's like 0070, and the picture he uses for his avatar is from Man from U.N.C.L.E., so it's not even 007. Anyway,
All right, that's there's a level of humor in there. Doobie doo.
A lot of sixes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's on the upper side.
There's 1-1.
So it's either a shitload of really bad with one good, or a shitload of really good with one really bad.
And what could possibly go wrong?
Eaten by giant sentient spiders.
Demon Knight, how's it going? Welcome.
All right.
Wow.
Yo.
I thought that was a 1D100 and it rolled incredibly high, but then seeing a 3D100 and it's like, damn, that's actually a little.
Yeah.
7. I love me a 7 though. Yeah.
They're all below 50%, but that doesn't necessarily mean much.
It means what it means.
It does. It means things and stuff sometimes.
Mhm.
Occasionally,
Sometimes good.
yeah.
Sometimes not so good. But numbers, it is.
Indeed. Several of them, in fact. Oh, there's more numbers.
Oh, fine.
It's because one of the results is not applicable at the moment.
You mean we can't have an underwater adventure in Hades on a small deserted island?
Not with that attitude.
I know, right?
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
I think the real question is, what did you roll that wasn't applicable?
Since it wasn't applicable.
Since it wasn't applicable.
It was a human roll, which you guys, based on what you guys have done on the island, the villagers here are no longer sending large expeditions inland looking for like the city of the gods or anything like that. So over the last year, those have dropped off. So it's no longer applicable on the wandering chart. That's funny, but no, did not roll those. Yeah, okay. So, the first day out, you guys are moseying about. Gonna pull up. There we are. It's hungry, hungry pterodons.
Oh no.
which is less of a danger for you guys. Like
Like,
Little Less by himself
fireball.
would be looks like food to them, but you guys are usually pretty much not on their menu. Yeah, pterodons are the ones that are slightly larger. They're larger than the largest bird, but not by a lot. They have an 18-foot wingspan, but it's not like they have any feathers, so it's just the skin. So their actual body is only about 6 feet long, and their bones are pretty thin and small. They definitely rely upon killing things and then eating them rather than like fighting, because fighting would risk them. So they try to kill with just a beak attack. But Baxter definitely keeps them from approaching. But they definitely did a flyby. You know, because you had smaller things with the group, like Little Less. So like 4 of them like twirled above you, and Baxter then gave like, you know, the dragon cry, which, you know, unnerves everyone in the group. And then the pterodons like flew away. Because he seriously messes with the pterodons wanting to mess with the group.
Good
Yeah.
boy.
You guys see a few cases of like some small herding dinosaurs, mostly just running, like some duckbills, and a few other smaller like plane-eating ones that just avoid you guys. They don't stick around. They definitely don't want anything to do with Baxter, because Baxter pings on their predator radar.
I mean, he is a predator, so it makes sense.
Yeah. When you guys come to one of the streams that flows from the swampy area, kind of morosely and slow through the jungle here, on the second day, as you guys are approaching, actually crossing the kind of the swampy area, some brackish water crabs reveal themselves. Not small crabs. These are probably related to those crabs that you guys had seen underwater with your ship that one time. This is like 1960s claymation sized crabs. That's what these are.
Oh boy.
Real big boys. And they come up on the ground? On the land?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's at the lunch?
Man, I would love to tame one of these bad boys.
Dude, crawfish boil sounds amazing right now. Asiago! What do you know about catching these things?
You know what? I wasn't always a fan of shellfish, but
What?
I think after our last encounter, I think we had to deal with it a little bit before.
right.
I think I'll be fine.
The shell, the main body on these is about 8 foot across.
Dude,
So their claws extend out like 8 feet in front of them, like big clinging claws. And they rise up like 6 to 8 feet above the ground on their legs. These ones are not as large as the ones you guys had seen under the water. These are only 8 feet across, not the 12-footers that you guys had seen under the water.
They haven't been defeated by the squared cube law yet. Still
Yeah, they
on
have
land.
not. Yeah, they can still come on land. And being crabs, Baxter doesn't appear to give them that sort of fright that it probably should, because crabs don't know any better.
They don't.
They
Crabs really don't give a fuck.
They just see food.
They pinch when they are attacked. That is about it.
It's not even pinch when they're attacked. They pinch based on movement, just 'cause. And then if it's small enough, they'll try to put it to their mouth.
That is why.
That's all they do.
That checks out.
Oh, it's crab behavior. So yeah,
Crab people.
some crabs are moving towards you guys. There's a good 6 of them, as it looks like they were scavenging over the dead body of what looks like some mid-sized sauropod that probably weighed like 20 tons.
What's a sauropod?
A big 4-limbed dinosaur
Got it.
with a long neck, long tail. Some herbivore, but looks like it had died. You're not sure how, but these guys were literally just feasting on the flesh off the corpse. And since you guys are moving, like, crabs attack moving things too, so they've decided, they'll just make you not move and then they'll go back to eating, because that's, crab behavior.
Yeah,
Click, click, click,
it's
click,
like
click,
when you see the waiter bring around the tray of, like, shrimp, like, even though you have a plate, you're like, oh, well, let me grab some of those shrimps, I'm gonna eat them later, but, like, shrimp.
Scramps.
Shrimp.
Get some scramps.
I do love good scramp.
Can I interest you in an after dinner mince?
After scramp.
I couldn't possibly. It's wafer thing?
Would you like a wafer? Ease paper.
Apparently, though,
Thanks.
these crabs are baller fast.
Damn.
I mean, that makes sense.
Oh.
Crabs usually are pretty
Oh
fucking
yeah,
we're doing-
getting crabbed upon.
Hey.
Wait, can we roll initiative? I didn't get a roll initiative. Are they going
Roll
first?
They aren't necessarily going first, but they're in contention.
They're better than what I'm gonna fucking get. I know that right now.
Well, I mean, that's
my minus one.
yes,
That's gonna
true.
happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
5.
1. It could have been a 0. As usual, Asiago gonna be holding at the back.
Blarth, get in here.
I'm rolling. I'm just trying to see what it's. Oh, it's not.
Yeah. All right.
It's always like, what's the modifier? Nothing. But
Oh, look at that! He's a contender.
Boy.
So, Larth, if you're doing any ranged or area of effect attacks, like a breath weapon, you get to go before the crabs. If you're moving to attack, you're going to be going at the same time as the crabs.
Is the breath weapon in range?
Your breath weapon's like 70 feet, man. Yes.
Is it really that fucking far? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, go read the breath weapon. It's not a close ranged attack.
It's a cone of cold of 80 feet.
Jeez.
Wait, hold on. You just asked Bag to read.
Yeah, that's right.
I
I did it. Just for the record, let it
Just the
show.
once. Just the
I did
once.
it. It's a 30-foot wide cone of 80. So can I get? Yeah, let's do it.
It's a big old triangle. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can definitely, you can start running up and like angle it and catch all 6 of these crabs.
Let's do it.
Because that's a big old mess of cold.
Damage is 3d6. I do believe you just have to roll a savings throw, right?
Yeah, you roll your damage and I just roll a saving throw in response.
I roll a damage first? Okay.
Round 1. Fight, go.
Hey!
Huh.
Hey!
Very nice, very nice.
I'll take it.
Love to see it.
13.
Alright, I have no modifier on this. So it is literally just d20 rolls. So I have to roll 16 or better. Which I do.
Wow.
Good for you.
Fucking
Wow.
hey, what?
They leave it
What?
just the right moment. Just the right moment.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
I mean,
triple
clearly-
18, it's 1-8.
I mean, it's better that than doing it when I'm making attacks.
Which you might still do, but yeah, you're right.
So 4 of them take 6 rather than 13.
Yeah.
But yeah. That means that 2 of them just die.
Cool.
Because they're big crabs, but they're not. It's not like they have the
And
endless
then-
numbers of points. Then
Blarth gets an
4 of them are
attack.
damaged.
So
Does Blarth
gets
just want to
attacked,
charge
but
at one?
No, I figured, can I go after their turn and kind of like hold the attack?
So the crabs are coming up since the dragon basically presented himself right in the open. They're going to come up and attack you and the dragon, so Blarth can attack them as they are attacking you.
Okay.
So there are only 4 left alive, so you can roll your attack as I'm attacking with the crabs.
Hit chance. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like every time I see him, like that can't be right. So does
Oh,
26 hit?
bam! Oh, yes, it does. I don't think you haven't fought anything in this campaign that's had a 26.
Then roll for damage. 7 damage.
You kill one of them. So there are now 3 crabs.
Split it into 1.
The first crab, however, tried to hit you with a 20. I think that misses.
Who's it attacking?
This one was the one attacking you. I figured this is literally the one you're attacking back.
In the first turn, I'm at 22.
Yeah, so it misses, and then you instead crack it on the head, break it open, and you let the inside juice become outside juice.
Woo.
Now we're having 3 of them that are attacking Baxter because he's way bigger than you.
Okay.
So first one, does an 18 hit?
I don't believe so. 16.
Oh, I do hit. All right. And they do some damage. They do 2d6.
Damn.
Baxter, no!
Them pinchers pantsing.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
So 5.
That is 5 damage.
All right. Crap 2.
13's a miss.
Bounce off the armor scales.
However, Baxter dodged right over to where the other one was, who then pinched him as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Baxter's pissed right now.
Who would be? Another 5.
Yep.
Okay.
As I believe it's now that is Shaper Linus.
Yes. Linus doesn't really have anything prepared at the moment to deal with these things super well, so I think I would just cast a good old stun on these bad boys here.
Alright, there are 3 left.
I need to roll a d4 plus 1. Gets all of them.
All fails, all 3.
Sweet.
Because I have a 0 bonus on that, so
Damn.
they had to roll 16 or better in order to make it. So they're stunned, which means they're not doing anything next round, and then after that they move at a third rate and have very limited actions. It is now Eleonora and Little S. The crabs are stunned.
So can we basically just walk up and be like, boop?
They're really easy to hit now.
Okay.
They're really easy to hit. You still have to roll to hit because their armor is such that if you roll badly, you'll deflect off of it. But you have a
Fair enough. Man, whips are just not the vibe against these things, though.
They're really not. They're really not.
It's okay. I've got a hand axe. I'll ask him a question. D20 plus. I just wish.
Show them your inquisitive nature. Yeah, that hits as you crack open one of them.
D6 plus 3. We're going to total at 8.
As you let all of the good things from the inside be on the outside, then the
Little
crab
S will
ceases to be.
jump on top of one of the other crabs
With a dagger!
with a dagger. As you get a bonus for rogue shit, because it's not able to move.
Well, he's practicing. He's getting there. He's thinking about taking that prestige class, you know.
I mean, he does have. He's skilled.
He has
with
dagger training. Yeah. He's thinking about actually taking that class though. They give him the backstab because that would fit his personality, I think. Yeah, he gets to make an attack.
Plus 6. Oh, plus 4. Excuse me. There it goes.
Unfortunately, like he was aiming for like in between the eye, but it's actually really tough there, and it just slid along. He scraped it. He hit it, but he scraped along the skull. It's like, damn it. That's actually the hardest part.
Poor BB is okay. You'll get him next time.
And then Asiago.
Okay.
There are 2 stunned crabs upright.
I take it, we still have,
They're over by Baxter, so you could move and attack one. You'd have to move those, so you're not getting 2 attacks, but you could definitely move and attack one of them.
Right. Yeah, the one that we just failed on right there. He's still. I don't know why I'm forgetting. Little S is.
Little S.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Little S is still writing that one. It just clicked right there. As I was...
Is he so unimportant to you?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesus.
shouldn't be, but
I have continuously fed this child into teenage years, and now into the little badass that he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, is he like still on top of one? Because let's take care of that one, so he's not fucking riding.
He slid across it, so he's on the other side of it now. He's trying to like flank with it. It doesn't really have flanking rules, but like he's basically trying to keep it focused on Ally Baxter, so it's not on him. Like, because Little S is not a dumb kid. He knows which side to keep the pointy objects on. The other side away from him.
I'm gonna take out that one because it's close by.
Yeah.
So let's just go for it. I'm hacking away with the crescent moon. I wonder if I pass on. Wow, Jesus. Well,
apparently you stepped in the mud,
suck,
and it just pivoted, and you scraped you heard this scraping noise as you cut a bunch of barnacles and algae off the top of the crab.
God damn, in the 2d6 roll, I got 2 ones there. I got a 2 in my initiative roll, and then I got a 1 right there. Fuck me. Alright, well, there we go.
I mean, we are using the Wizards of the Coast dice roller. Have you said anything bad about D&D recently? Because they can hear you.
I talk shit every day.
They might have heard. Yeah, they might have heard.
Not really.
every day.
I haven't, but they know.
All right, we come around to Baxter and Blarth, which kind of sounds like it's some sort of weird cop show.
Baxter and Blarth. I think I'll start with
the 1980s Baxter and Blarth Detective Agency.
Baxter and Blarth. Yeah. Let's see here. Roll.
We'll put them on ice for you.
Is there someone in range for me to slash? They're still all up on me, right?
Oh yeah. You don't even have to move. You can go after 2 of them. You have 2 attacks. You can.
Yep.
You can smash.
Barth is gonna go ha on the first one, and roll.
Yeah. Apparently, you have no trouble rolling high.
Today's okay.
He rolls high all the time. Bumps.
Not minus, plus. Has 8 damage. Whooshwa.
Yeah, you just you chop off the eye stalks of one of them, and like slice off the front of the shell, and it starts leaking things that it shouldn't.
Okay, I'm gonna turn up the second one. Wha! Not as good, but
you managed to crack in like where the seam is on it, and like insert the short sword and turn it and pop it out.
So do I have to roll damage, or is that thing dead?
You gotta roll damage, but like you're pretty sure you're gonna do a lot bad things to it. So this is not dead, but like it's leaking in places it shouldn't, and so it's kind of wobbly and uncertain. Baxter gets to go as it's attacking, but it's stunned, so it's not really doing well. So Baxter gets to
eat it. So
Baxter he gets claw bite, man.
Claw bite. I'm just gonna start with bite though. We'll see what happens.
I mean, you could do instant. You could do assured damage and jump on it because it can't make the save to get out of the way because it's stunned right now.
I'll do that then. We'll just slam it.
You roll bite damage. I don't get to make a save. I just get to take a bite damage because ordinarily you can make a save to get out of the way of a dragon jumping on you, but you just jumped on it and crushed it. So he just flattened it and it just sprays crab juice everywhere.
Who wants some crab cakes?
I mean. Baxter's fine with beginning to eat it. He likes seafood.
Heck yeah.
It already got kind of pre-chilled, so he's all over it.
Say some for the rest of us. Gah.
There's a lot of crab.
I'm gonna say, you guys can have the other ones. This one's
Of
backspace.
course we gotta feed.
Hey, he killed it. I think he gets to eat it. You tell him otherwise. I'm not gonna.
That's fair.
Yeah, so second day, after the crabs and that, you're through the swamp. You have one more night before you're going to finally get to the Rakasta village. It's some more pterodons, but once again, they don't even approach you guys. Weirdly enough, I rolled pterodons again, and they just they avoid Baxter like the plague.
But he's so cute.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting things that potentially I could have rolled in the chart, like shipwreck victims, or wyverns, or Dimetrodons, or
Crabs.
crabs.
Cuptist.
Crab people.
I mean, yeah, theoretically, there's even a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Don't you?
You're a little too far south for the Tyrannosaurus Rex, though. They're mostly north of the main river.
Man, imagine if we could tame a T-Rex.
Be awesome.
I mean, I got a dragon. I'm pretty good.
See, this is why I want Charm Monster as a druid.
I mean, you could just tell jokes, get there.
Telling jokes is an important part of charming things.
I do have Speak with Animals. Maybe T-Rexes are really into stand-up. I don't know. I'll have to find out.
I'm pretty sure T-Rexes would be into pratfalls.
And
And like fart jokes. Pratfalls and fart jokes. I'm pretty sure if they're smart, that's T-Rex humor right there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
You guys will then reach, after like 3 days of travel, the Rakasta village. You guys are met by your catfolk friends who happy to see you because you had helped them find the temple of their ancestors and helped defeat the evil undead Rakasta who had been planning on coming back from the dead to conquer his people and do some sort of strange necromancy rampaging. I'm not sure what his actual plan was. I don't think his plan was very well thought out, but you did stop it.
Yeah, we kick ass, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
And these Rakasta, you're not the first advanced culture they've met, but they mostly keep to themselves. So they're basically their tech levels roughly they're nomadic Bronze Age folk, even though they've been exposed to Iron Age and later civilizations. So they're aware of how good weapons can be, but they don't typically make them themselves.
They're Amish.
Yeah, they're Amish that wander and are willing to be badass warriors. Kind of like the Amish. Secretly.
More like the Bedouin, I'd say. With less camels.
And more saber-tooth tigers.
And more saber-tooth tigers. Yeah.
Because they do
have. Is just a camel with extra teeth.
That is, in fact, the truth.
They do, in fact, have a dozen saber-tooth tigers with them.
Eleonora wants one really bad.
The warriors use them
Is
as mounts.
there a kitten?
No,
Can we roll for kitten?
There are, in fact, no kittens right now. These are all adult saber-tooth
Eleonora is instantly depressed.
Immediate depression.
Immediate depression.
So you guys were going to be pitching something to them. So do you want to pitch something to their leadership?
Eleonora doesn't want to do anything because there's no kittens.
Eleonora, if we get them on our side, eventually, while we're working with them, kittens will appear.
They just appear?
Yeah, straight out of thin air, man. It's fucking magic. It's wild.
We give Brother Linus the birds and the bees lesson. I don't think he understands how kittens are made.
I know all about birds and bees.
I don't know. It might happen that way for cats. Have you ever seen a cat?
No, they just kind of spawn in, But they always do it when you're not looking, so you have to face away from them, and then suddenly you're just a cat.
It's The violent corkscrew, barbed penis part. That's why it's done in secret.
The what?
Cats have barbed penises.
They what?
To lock them in place.
Yes, to prevent the female from getting to run away.
But so they're just stuck together forever after that?
No,
they're stuck
the male
together
then
while
just-
he's hard. Yeah.
Right, and then when he's done, it still gets ripped out. It was just
It's like a very long process.
no, it's short, but memorable, I suppose,
Yeah, it's not a
in
pig.
its own way.
It's not a pig. Mr. Have an orgasm for half an hour.
I'm fucking jealous. Goddamn.
That sounds awful.
Fucking like, alright.
Half an hour? That sounds horrible.
Alright guys, it's been 30 minutes. Are you fucking done yet?
Yeah,
Nope.
Jake-
It's only been 29 seconds and 15 minutes. Wee!
I get it now.
How does it even go? Like, what? No.
You could either believe me, or you could Google it,
No,
and then
I'm
have
not
it known
doing
to
either.
Google that you
You're-
Googled that.
I'm gonna call you a liar, and I'm going to just I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna take a page from our Fox News enthusiasts, and I'm just gonna be like fake news and move on.
Hey.
Alternate truth.
I'm gonna just continue to believe that piggies kiss each other on the snouts to make babies.
We all know that.
Yep, that's how babies are made. They kiss snouts, and then a baby is made.
They
10
kiss.
months later, after Jesus approves of the union, but only after Jesus approves.
Of course.
That's how we get Easter ham.
Easter.
Why does Easter ham just sound dirty now?
Nah.
It didn't
That's
sound
just
dirty
it.
before?
Easter ham is basically you proving that, sure, we believe in the Jewish things, but we're really not Jewish. That's basically what Easter ham is. Let's demonstrate. We're going to eat a pig.
Gonna eat
All
a
right.
pig.
By the way, 30 minutes is the average.
Jesus.
Oh, dude, what?
Feel really bad for that lady pig who's expecting a 30-minute orgasm, and then they only get like a 20-minute one, because that's just disappointing.
What about the one who gets the 90-minute one, which is apparently the Guinness Book of World Record?
Also, sounds fucking awful still. It sounded bad at 30 minutes.
Going and
At what point do you just run out of like neurotransmitters to bind like that? in
Apparently
your
30
head?
minutes.
Oh man.
Well, I was gonna do a load of laundry, but
Is this why bacon tastes so good?
Oh.
Don't answer that. We're good.
fucking hell.
my god.
Marbling, air quotes.
Marbling.
Andy, how could you?
Yeah, why? It's one of the worst derails we've ever had. Oh my god. Traumatizing. My poor Christian Minecraft.
So we're eating some crabs
Yeah.
right now.
Talking about cat sex, you know. And we do not progress the conversation any further.
It's the things you want to do, you know. It's fine.
Things we are not want to do. Alright, so, yeah, now we have 6 gigantic crabs to haul back with us for a really nice crab feast.
Goes right away. Crab doesn't last in the jungle.
The smell after the first 30 seconds is going to start to attract.
No, we're eating all
Fucking
this
everything.
now.
Surprised the pterodons though just decided to fucking grab it like a bunch of fucking seagulls.
Probably waiting for us like a bunch of fucking hawks. Chilling. Alright, so we mosey on. And our cat folk are excited to be with us. Sounds
wait,
like,
wait.
yes?
Hold on, actually. One
Or
second.
we haven't proposed. We have to propose to them.
As far as it keeping though, didn't you use? Is it your breath weapon a cold weapon, Blorth?
Yeah, it is.
So that would keep it a little bit. The ones that died to that, they're a little frozen over. Keep
Fair.
it a little longer.
just 2 of them.
Exactly. Let's look at the fresh ones, the 4 freshies to deal with.
Mhm.
But I was just thinking about that. I'm like, hey, 2 of them are kind of frozen.
True.
Sorry,
alright,
fish on the mind. I can't help myself. It just
happens to the best of us.
You are bringing up the bigger things, but I got the crab on the mind.
What did the fish say when it hit the dam? Wall.
Ow.
Fuck.
Slightly more vulgar. Alright, so we need to talk with our catfolk friend here and convince them to move down south a bit and help us build a fort for them.
Yeah, the optimal place for you guys would be the other side of the tar pits. At the eastern edge of that hills, as they kind of meet the tar pits in the swamp. Maybe a little back from that, but like that way you guys could have easy access to the tar in the pits, while still they could then have a defensible spot in the hills overlooking the whole area and hunt in the area around it. And then help forge a path along through the hills towards the coast so that you guys could have villagers or workers like maybe build a fort. So them build their place near the tar pits. Trail gets dug or carved out. And then a small fort on the coast where you'll load up canoes or outriggers. And then maybe another fort about halfway between the village and this location. So that way, each night when they're resting, they can pull into a place behind walls.
Yeah.
Not as stout as the walls that they have guarding the peninsula, which are those big old basalt walls that get repaired by the ancestors. But still, you guys could build some wooden walls that would last for at least a season or 2, and then just slowly start replacing things with stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So they view you guys favorably. If the main talker in the group wouldn't mind making me a some sort of persuasion check or just straight charisma check.
That is not me. Eleanor does not have a way with human beings. Or cat folk.
Unfortunately, saying.
I think it's Blarth.
Yeah, I have a plus nothing to it, and I'm the best.
Better than the negative that I have.
So if we want to, Avino does.
Oh shit, that's
No,
right.
Blarth talking
No,
about the...
you're rolling 2d6, by the way, not d20.
Oh, well, that is better.
Yeah,
I mean-
Avina has leadership and a point of courage,
Hey!
but Blarth
Blarth pulls it off. Yeah,
All right.
Blarth totally pulls it off.
Let's go, baby. I'm gonna close the blinds so people can't, because the windows are closed anyway. Oh.
Yeah. So you had a favorable reaction roll from them to begin with, and you got a complete success because 9 is a complete success on 2d6. At convincing them this is a good idea. So yeah, they will buy it. They will take the opportunity of here in late fall. It's not like winter isn't super colder. It's just a little colder, and there's slightly more drizzling rains. Because the weather actually improves slightly during wintertime here in this island because it's not on the equator. You guys are just north of the equator. So that the weather gets slightly better during winter, so to speak. During the spring and summer, there's a lot of like flash rains. You guys get a lot more rain here. It's just they're not storms. It's just a bunch of rain. So yeah, they will take this opportunity over the next few weeks. If you want to come with them, they will be scouting out an area, and it'll probably take them like about a week to actually do the move because they're only going to move like 8 miles at a time, basically, and move one hex. That way, they're always able to keep their fort built up, so that they're never surprised by like a swarm of hungry dinosaurs. because they got to protect their women and children and old folk.
Makes
Alright.
sense. Makes sense.
So if you guys want to stick with them over the course of like a week, they can get there.
Yeah.
Took them about a week to scout, so it takes like 2 weeks to get into that location, and then they'll start the process of building up their fort. They're just going to use cut trees and build a basically an earthen berm with a log wall on the top of the earthen berm. Pretty simple. It's the kind of thing that, like, you know, a Roman army would build in a day. These guys are going to take a few weeks to build it just to have something around it, so that they're not just going to like a herd of dinosaurs isn't just going to come running through the camp. Yeah, and then you guys can take some time to, while they're doing that, scout out where the good accessible spots of the tar pits are. Maybe think about making some dock areas so that you guys can start scooping up from like in the pools themselves, and then areas where you could maybe start the initial, like, some of the boiling process, because if you can get rid of the water and excess material from them here before you start shipping it, you'll get to ship a better product rather than having to carry the weight of all the water in the tar. Because a lot of the tar here, all the tar ponds are coated with a layer of water and tar mixed with water, that emulsified tar. Because all tar pits, it's out in the open. It rains. There's water on top because the water is going to float on top of the tar. But there's this boundary condition where the tar kind of gets churned a bit. So it's that frothy, oily, mixed water stuff. Because it starts, that's what forms the nodules of, like, have you ever been, like, in Santa Barbara where there's literally fucking little, like, black, like, flexible stones? That's oil that's been moved around in the ocean and, like, emulsified.
No, I haven't, but
Yeah, because oil leaks into the ocean naturally off the coast of Santa Barbara.
Okay.
That's why we had offshore drilling out there, because there's oil out in them thar beneath the ocean.
but they stop.
We stopped all new drilling, so we will not allow companies to begin offshore drilling off the coast of California anymore. I think we stopped them in like the 80s.
Thank goodness.
LA, however, still has a shit ton of oil wells. I don't know if you guys know how to spot the oil well in LA, but LA, the city of, actually has oil wells in it.
Damn.
No idea.
Yeah. Occasionally you'll see a weird building, and you're like, what is the point of that building? It's usually just a shell around an oil well. In what, like, otherwise just a normal looking neighborhood.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a bunch of those in basically every city. There's buildings that actually don't serve a public purpose, blending in with everything else. There's one downtown. AT&T has, like,
that's the central office, man. There's at least one of those in every community, basically.
Same block as the central office does have a building that usually has vagrants outside of it across the bus station.
Yeah, yeah.
So that building is also housing FBI and CIA equipment, apparently.
Yeah, I believe that.
There's another one, apparently, up in Rincon Valley that looks like a house, but is like some sort of government facility. I think it's the CIA's? I don't have to find out. I have a buddy who works for the municipality as like it's like the person who does the mapping of zones for buildings. And
those are the active oil wells across the LA area. You notice those lines they follow? Those are fault lines.
A lot of oil wells, goddamn.
Yeah, it's good times. Builds character.
So what you're
Alright,
telling me, never live on one of those fault lines. You'll either get shaken apart or fall into an oil pit. Okay, good to know.
I mean, See, here's the thing. Arguably, you live in an area that's actually more dangerous than living on top of the San Andreas in Los Angeles.
The fires.
No, for earthquakes.
Oh,
You live in No. Santa Rosa disappeared in 1906.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, Santa Rosa was the most damaged location, even though it was one of the further out locations.
Whoa, that I did not know.
Yeah. It's because the basin that Santa Rosa is built on is a alluvial plain, and it turns into a liquid when the right frequencies hit. 'Cause it shakes, and then things just split through the ground.
Fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why Eastern Santa Rosa, we're basically on a floodplain, and Eastern Santa Rosa is like cracking in half, all the houses out there.
Yeah, that's because there's a bunch of fault lines over where I live.
Yeah.
It's a mud plain where you guys live, and it's a bunch of fault lines, folded hills where I live.
Yeah, our house is built on a giant concrete slab, so it'll fall apart, but it won't sink in at least.
Might move.
Might move just a little bit.
The whole neighborhood just shifts over a few feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys have convinced the cats. The cats start building an actual fort. You guys get to spend some quality time with the cat folk. They're very easy to hang out with people. It becomes more apparent that they're maybe closer, like the elves definitely maybe already like just consider everyone, like younger races, and you kind of lob younger races altogether. But Blarth and Shaper and Philoretta all notice that the cat people are maybe closer to humans in many ways than even the demi-human races. Like a lot of their reactions and a lot of their expected behaviors, other than like the fact that they look like they're upright cats, like many of like their emotional responses and just like their little mannerisms are just superhuman. Rakasta very much are like people will make fun of, like, oh, it's just a human wearing a funny suit. Rakasta in many ways are that, but with just extra abilities. It's uncanny almost how closely they resemble like how you would expect a human to react. Especially because, as a person living in the known world here, you get exposed to lots of humanoid creatures. For instance, like Little S's motivations are stranger and harder to understand at times than any of the Rakasta kids.
So
Like it's easier to.
What you're telling me is we can colonize them,
Or vice versa. Like it's interchangeable, man.
Shit.
Whereas like little S feels like what I'm saying is little S feels more foreign to you than like random Rakasta kid you just met. The random Rakasta kid you just met, that's like literally just meeting some kid at a park, and like you were one of the human. Like I'm one of the adult volunteers. This kid's supposed to be here because he's part of the school group. It's like, okay.
Hey, Master, you want to wrestle?
Whereas Little S
What the fuck?
Oh god.
Little S is kind of like, holy shit! Like his people kill my people all the time. We only have it because like the immortal elf likes to pick up strays and orphans. But no, but there's this difference. Little S reacts subtly different. Like there are times when like you can kind of accept him as, oh yeah, Little S, he's one of us. But then there are other times where it clicks, and he's in the uncanny valley of he's really not a human, and he's really not a demi-human. He's a goblinoid, and there's a difference, and certain of his behaviorisms clearly other him because he doesn't think really the same way that you guys do. The Rakasta think a lot like humans. They just look like Rakasta, and they have better senses of smell and better eyesight. But they think like humans do. And a lot of their like emotional reactions to things, straight up human. Like that means they can be super bigoted, judgmental, and super cliquish at times.
I'm gonna laugh if we bring these guys into like interactions with humans, and they just slowly convert all of humanity to their ways.
I mean, Here's the
Maybe
thing:
for the better.
catfolk already. There's already catfolk up in the Empire. The Empire already has catfolk and lupins, which are the dogfolk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do the catfolk and the dogfolk fight a lot?
Here's the thing: they're considered full citizens. Some human ethnicities aren't considered full Imperial citizens. Rakasta and Lupin are both considered full Imperial citizens.
Interesting.
Elves get a bye because they have a treaty with some of the Elven groups, so elves get to be considered same as Imperial citizens even when they're not. Dwarves get a bye because they have a favored nation trading status. Halflings are just too cute, so they get to slide by and we're cute and make good tasting food. But Rakasta and Lupin are no, they're tax paying full citizens.
I mean, honestly, if we've actually done one thing as a group, it's actually bring all sorts together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From ogres and goblins to dragons with hippogriffs and elves and humans.
And there's sometimes there's just always like you guys are willing to look past differences, but sometimes you have to look past the differences. Whereas with the Rakasta, it's more sometimes you have to catch yourself because other than the fact that they look like cats, there isn't any. They're just like humans. So they're all the way past the uncanny valley, and they're literally just at times their emotional content. You don't even have to look past it. They're just like humans, but looking like cats. It is very strange, is what I want to emphasize. Is that at times it's
So, what you're telling me, the people who wrote this game are furries.
Probably.
Look, it was the 70s. It was a strange time. ElfQuest was coming out at the same time. Have you seen the pictures from the late 70s, early 80s Comic Cons?
No.
And have you read any of the sci-fi?
Okay. I did read some of the sci-fi, and yes, you're right. There are a lot of anthropomorphic things and people.
But mostly cats, strangely, actually. Cats and wolves.
I think it's because dudes have an obsession with licking, but never mind. But or being the alpha. It's one of the two.
Specifically
either that or all those people in the 70s grew up watching Disney cartoons.
I mean, both are valid.
And did a lot of drugs in the 60s.
Fine a lot.
And then we started buying things made in Japan. Because the Japanese were always,
Good at that. All right.
Find a lot more than you would be comfortable with.
Right. So, where are we?
You guys are basically making good headway at becoming great friends. Blarth, you guys had already had good relationships with him, but Blarth cemented it as coming to this formal agreement where they're going to act as they're going to control the tar pits. You guys are going to basically be buying the product of their labor. They'll sell you tar at a really cheap price, but it's basically going to be this assured supply chain where you guys are setting it up so that it's not going to make you as much money if you had a bunch of slaves doing it, but it's probably going to net you a lot more if you guys had to literally be guarding this and doing this operation on your own. Instead, the cats are going to see to it that there's an assured supply, and literally as much as you guys can sell, they can keep it coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Who knows? Somebody might even figure out how to, start cracking it and get useful other products out of the tar. Get some naphtha and shit like that.
And do we have any alchemists?
You in fact, do have an alchemist. Please, Asiago, raise your hand.
Yeah, not wrong.
Asiago, if you want, you could spend the winter and start experimenting on the tar and see the kind of things that you can make from it or extract from it, like make a distillation column, like start boiling it, start seeing residue, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to utilize that while spending time with Big Macintosh here, and of course, 5 a.m. is dedicated to fishing hour. So
I would say you can build your alchemy camp over on the docks, and that way you can just fish while you're waiting for shit to heat up.
Yeah, and one of the things that you, after weeks and weeks of doing it over the course of the wintertime, which, assuming you devote like a month or two to this, yeah, you're pretty sure you can abstract naphtha from this. The leftovers you haven't figured out what really to do with yet. It burns, but you can figure out a clear oil that's higher quality burning oil than whale oil or a lot of other oils you've used before in terms of like making for torches. Also burns super clean.
How is it spelled?
Naphtha.
Naphtha. It's the real world naphtha stuff. It's the naphtha oil.
Naptha.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I just I wanted to make sure I was hearing it correctly. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's naphtha. It's a flammable liquid hydrocarbon mixture that comes from crude oil, natural gas condensates, petroleum distillates, and coal tar. It's a raw material for the chemical industry, and it's used as a solvent, dilutant, and raw material for gasoline. Yeah, you can literally just buy jugs of the stuff. It's not fully split into all the various component parts, but naphtha is an early thing to use as a fuel. It also, the leftover remnants of the tar is actually better as being a caulking agent because it's closer to being asphalt now. So you're splitting it into the naphtha on one side and the tar remnants on the other side.
These made our supplies better. Hell yeah.
So you're a good enough alchemist where this is just taking some time and boiling it to realize you can either off-gas the naphtha or find a way to capture it. And so you can separate out into the naphtha on one side and the tar solids on the other. The tar solids is more of the asphalt style. It's a much better binding agent. It also doesn't dissolve as easily in water. So, for instance, using it to bond boards or act as a water sealant between things, it's a much nicer water sealant. It'll still eventually wear away, but it's better than just using the tar by itself. And then the naphtha has all the uses that naphtha has. I mean, if you literally just want to do like the Wikipedia search for naphtha, yours isn't as refined, but it'll give you an idea for the list of things you can do with naphtha.
Wow. Okay. 2 things on this I would love to explore. One, I know we've already done a great job on sealant, and so be it if we can't do any more, but if we have the ability to make our own ship better with this refinement, so be it, as far as the sealant is concerned. Mm-hmm. Second thing, I'd like to utilize some time after discovering this to see if I can find, I don't think anybody's purely an alchemist, but people, are maybe a quick study perhaps, and I have a great ability to teach stuff as well. I'd love to see if I could get people that are going to be inhabiting the island, whether it is part of the Rakasa or are, folks of the island. I can't remember specifically how they're called. But if I could find some students, perhaps, to take up the alchemist route and be able to produce this refined source, I would love to take that opportunity while we're taking the winter. I know it obviously took me like a month and a half to figure this out. So
you're gonna roll me 2 things. You're gonna roll me an alchemy check. This is not about the naphtha. This is about you showing off your skills. And then you're gonna roll a charisma or leadership check, which you may or may not have the leadership skill, but this is you rolling it because you're the one doing the capturing people. This is to see how well you present yourself and how well people might want to work with you.
Yeah, I don't come off so great. They say it's the accent. I think it's beautiful, but apparently they don't enjoy it so much. So first I'll roll the alchemy. That is going to be 2d6 plus 2?
Yes.
God, bless it, man. I'm still rolling shit. So 6 on that.
So when I look up Rakasta and the gifts in Discord, that's the first thing that pops up in my search. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Literally the first thing that pops up.
Looks like cannibalism, a little bit.
I mean, yeah,
I
obviously.
suppose I don't have like inspiration or anything. I just, damn, I want that to be a better result than what it was. Fuck.
You could probably convince Avino to put out the good word for you.
Well, here's the thing. He's looking for people he can teach, so that he kind of needs to be able to present himself as. So what
And it's just the first roll. 6 was the first roll. So I haven't even rolled for Christmas.
What that roll is over the time when you're doing this. This is how well you've shown off your skills. Yeah. Your skills, at first, they're not coming off amazing. Here's the thing, because people don't really understand the complexities of what you're doing. To a lot of people, it just looks like you're just putting things over fire. They don't quite get it's certain things, certain times, at certain distances, with cooling things. They don't get it initially. So with 6 just means you've just done a bad job of communicating what it is that you're doing yet. It takes time. This is literally your first season of trying. But you can attempt to make a reaction roll. So let's either a charisma check or a leadership check. If you have leadership, you can roll that. Otherwise, it's just a straight charisma check.
Could Avino give him an assistance with leadership?
No, because this is him trying to get students, not Avino trying to recruit people for him.
I mean, she could encourage people to go look at him. Like, look, it's actually pretty cool.
Does teaching apply to leadership? Because that's what. I mean,
so if you were assigned students and you were teaching them, teaching would totally apply. But since you're trying to basically attract people who might be interested by you having done it in front of them, it's just a charisma and like how attractive would it be to work for you. You're basically you're presenting yourself as like, this is me, and you're putting yourself out and you're trying to get people to come up. There are different tacks to take to get people. You'll have to probably take those if you roll poorly. That's all.
Here we go. The better rolls that I've had.
Yeah, no, and you definitely got better than a 7, so you got better than the midpoint. Yeah, there's let's see here. Two villagers.
All right.
Seem a little interested.
Okay.
Whether or not they're going to be any good at it.
You know what?
Okay.
Plenty of things that I haven't been good at myself when I first tried. And you got to work at it just to get, like, all right at it. And then you work a little bit more. And then maybe you're like, okay. And then you work a little bit more.
So the first
maybe
step
good.
being good at something is to suck at something.
Exactly.
Alchemy is an int skill, right?
Yes.
Damn. Well, Avino's got a fucking open skill, and I was like, oh, maybe she could learn something. No, she's got an 8. She's a little thick.
I mean, why do you think she's following us?
Yeah, exactly.
Like a man.
And a woman. So man and a woman.
woman. Alright, students, welcome to class.
Let me roll there about how old they would be.
What's the age spread here? This is gonna be hilarious.
Both 6 years old.
I'd love like a fucking 65-year-old student somehow and like a 8-year-old. I'm really interested. Oh yeah, this is.
Alright. It's your job to make sure the other one doesn't knock anything over. Can you do this?
I'm going to be the most impressive teacher of all time right here. Be able to teach both the adult and the child. Same time.
I mean,
so the man's 43 years old. He's actually he's older.
My man's going for his second career late in life.
Well,
he's going back to community college. And
this guy had a foot injury, so he can't walk as well anymore, so he can't go out and hunt any longer. He has 2 sons that are both adults, so his family and the part of the tribe is cared for. He doesn't have to be the hunter anymore. And so having something to do other than just being like the guy who makes spear points or the guy who helps like do construction, he thought this is a great idea. And then the woman, she is 3d10 plus 12. That way they're a minimum of 15, because they have to be adults. But they could be middle age.
Okay.
She's 19.
19. All right.
So she happens to be an unmarried woman who, like, no one from any of her tribe that's elsewhere in the villages, because they marry inside tribe, but they don't. The tribes are represented across all the villages, so they're technically marrying people from other villages. They just marry in tribal lines for the most part. Occasionally they'll marry between tribes, but they're kind of like different castes, so they don't do that very often. It tends to have to be like, oh, they need to do this because there's too much of a social imbalance, and so they'll marry across. Typically, though, you'll go to another village, and the women from this village stay, and the men from the other village come and marry them. So she just never met any of the guys she was willing to marry, or vice versa. I'm not sure which is which.
Yeah.
But as a result,
Oh, babe.
she also didn't really ever get involved in wanting to be like a shaman. She didn't want to be a wise woman because she didn't want to have to be responsible for like the village. So people had kind of like, basically she was a little in the outs because it's like, come on, accept responsibility. Either get married and have kids or like, become responsible for something in the village. And she was always just like, can I, just like make clothes and, daydream? It's like, no, become a responsible adult. You can't just do things for yourself. And you're like, oh, but this looks interesting. I can do this over with this elf.
Learn to pour some liquid into another liquid for a living.
Uh-huh. Better living through chemistry.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Preach it. All right.
Well, students, appreciate you all joining me today. I understand it's not a easy subject matter to tackle, but I think over time, you all will be able to get the hang of it. And honestly,
it's a diagram up, and it's the 4 elements. This is the periodic table.
Yeah.
When you combine them, you get heart.
Yeah,
Wait,
I mean, exactly. It's difficult sometimes to differentiate, but it's so simple at the same time. By the time you're through with this class, you'll be able to refine what is, from the earth, and with all its faults and the patience that you have to have with it. You're able to do that. Make something that is amazingly better on both sides. It's an overall plus, and with my guidance, hopefully over the next 6-week course that we'll be able to take, you'll get at least a credit and a half for this course. You will be able to refine this tar into the wonderful, what we like to call naphtha oil, extract from tar, and then the tar becoming a better sealant. So,
question, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Did Jay invent a whole new chemical process that has never been done before, or is this...
No.
Okay.
But
let me have
people
this.
who've done this don't really tell anyone, so it's new to him. He knows people have gotten products like these, like, oh, this is how they did it. And they just never told anyone.
So yeah, if you can keep this a secret and really refine this down, we can have, like, the best boat tar place anywhere.
Yeah, because, why would you tell anyone? Like, that's not how the world works. You don't tell people inventions.
I don't want to have to, like, swear my students to secrecy or anything like that, but you gotta understand how important that this process is. If you were to undertake this, I hope that you are willing to...
Yeah, I don't swear you to secrecy.
It's only...
I just use the spell geese.
Yeah.
Well, it's only to your benefit, honestly. This will as much as you maybe, either aren't able to, and I look over to the older gentleman that is not able to walk so well, or you're just honestly trying to find your way in life at this point. And I look over to the young woman. I think this is something that will. I mean, it's going to benefit everybody, and hopefully, we could establish something for all these people now. We have a lot more people in a smaller area than we did just a couple months ago, right? So, I think we're going to do better by everybody by being able to do this. So I appreciate you all, students, and I hope we're able to learn more together, honestly. I'm still learning about this myself. I just figured this shit out like a week ago, so don't worry about it. We'll figure it out together.
That's where the confidence in the teaching came from.
Exactly. You know what? I got it right once, so here we go again. Don't worry about it,
All right.
You know what? I think the honesty is a good policy on this. This shit can't blow up in your face. Slightly. Don't worry about it.
You'll be fine.
Nothing can go wrong.
Right?
I mean, we never said that.
Cool. So, I guess we can now use that as one of our selling points. We have a wizard on this island.
I thought the tar was enough, but goddamn. This is,
Making refined sticky gold over here.
Dun dun dun.
Also, if naphtha is as good, if not better, than whale oil, and we can make this in quantity, like, my understanding is that whale oil was like one of the most prized commodities in the world for a while. IRL. So I assume it was the case here as well. Because, I mean, we do have magic, but it's still kind of rare. You don't have ever-burning torches every 5 feet.
That is true. You do not have that. The issue is a lot of that stuff, like, you can do things like that, but, like, there's a cost. The magic has to come from somewhere. So, the more you do that in an area, like, the more magic kind of gets used up in the world, and then eventually, like, you're allocating the magic, and there's, like, you're using it up, and bad things will happen when all the magic gets used up.
He used it all on torches! We thought it was genius!
Yeah.
And all the torches went out. Up my toe. Hurt like a motherfucker. It was awful. Well, yeah, we have ourselves what sounds like a pretty moneymaker. Thanks to Jay. Good fucking job. And it means our boat will last longer.
I suddenly wanted Jay to go, we have a moneymaker?
I mean, I didn't see you lined up to take my class, Mr. Linus.
Dude, I'll be the first one to admit I'm just a little too thick to really kind of get
Stoned.
put down.
He's stoned.
Yeah. See, nature's my chemistry. I just eat these herbs, and I eat these herbs, and I feel really good.
And that's the important part.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to,
I can't even argue it.
and, make them better, dude, right. Awesome.
You do your thing.
In the
Linus.
meantime, I'll keep experimenting.
As long as you don't pass out in front of my classroom door here, that'll be fine.
Just leans against it.
Don't interrupt
falls
my
asleep.
class. You'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. Fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, fucking awesome. I love it. Yeah. Honestly, haven't used that alchemy skill for a little bit, so yeah. Nice to be able to stretch it out. I know I've had the potion making, and we've done a little bit of that, but yeah, awesome.
Yeah, getting to make practical like things that aren't just magical, but like literally, no, this is material. Like, I know my shit. It's not just like woo woo, like I'm an elf and throw spells. It's repeatable by people who aren't even elves.
That was a perfect representation of elves. Actually, you should.
Thank you. I've been practicing for years now.
Yeah. It's very descriptive.
I try. I have a deep appreciation for elves.
You can tell his fondness for their lore and history and culture. All right. So I guess that's what Jay's doing for the first or next couple of weeks.
It basically comes down to you guys are overseeing the construction of a canoe port, which is a small scale one, over by like a little mini walled area south of where the Rakasta are. And then another little walled area to act as an overnight port that it's, like literally 100 feet by 100 feet with a wall around it and a little dock to overnight at with like maybe some people on guards during the season when you're actually doing the shipping. And then continuing to work on expanding the actual docks and maybe expand out the being able to do dry docking, like pull ships up on the shore and get them up on some risers to actually scrape the bottoms and do some work on them.
Yeah.
And then using the new materials you guys have acquired, being able to basically do a lot of hefty duty repair work on ships.
Yeah, if we can do repairs as a stopover, increase their likelihood of surviving, all kinds of people wanting to come and play.
You'll be better off than when you left port.
Dude, seriously.
Stop by the... What? We don't have a clever name for our group, do we? Shit.
Ooh. That...
We don't.
That is a good point. I thought we came up with one kind of at one point.
I mean, if we were just using the first letter of names, we're like Bale. But, I don't know.
Yeah, we sound like the good guys.
Lebe.
Lebe. The Lebe Adventuring Crew. No.
Actually,
E-ball,
no.
yeah.
E-ball.
Yeah, I'll take E-ball.
Really?
Or E-blah.
Honky Tonk Heroes.
Ebla.
Able.
Abel. Oh shit, Abel's right there. A-B-L-E, of course. Why, I don't know why I didn't actually put a word together first. Speaking nonsense. Sorry, I've been teaching to 9 to 5 for the last 2 weeks. You understand? I'm fucking tired, alright?
You're the fucking chicken scratch handwriting.
I fucking...
The coffee machine's broken again.
I came to an island paradise and I got myself a job. What the fuck happened?
We're stable, benefits are okay.
Honestly, it's kind of better than living out this. I don't know. We've been in worse situations over the last month, so I suppose.
And so
setting
the
jobs
other
isn't the worst.
the other folks, you guys can be doing things as well. I don't know how much time you want to spend with the hippogriffs. How much time you're spending with Alabaster going for like flights nearby, getting used to flying around with him. Someone could be helping to organize up like the buildings. I don't know who in the group might have good ideas about like not just even architectural stuff, but like urban planning for making sure your guys' port doesn't turn horrible. Like, dealing with the sewage, dealing with water supplies, that kind of stuff.
I mean, I feel Eleanor would be excellent at that myself.
Sorry, one more time, I was dying.
So folks get to do things. Shit like,
We need a
building the port facility out like in a way that's like good urban planning, like dealing with like water supply, sewage, what the architecture of the whole thing looks like, the spacing of the roads, that kind of stuff.
I don't think we have an architect, do we?
No. You guys have construction crew stuff, but no architect.
We may need to get one of those.
Yeah. It's not something we could train either, so it's not like we could just get someone here. That's rough. Yeah, when we go back to the mainland, we could do that. So we could just do what we got so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think my initial suggestion, I was thinking Eleanor just because, just in general, probably has better idea about some of these things than most. I think fairly intelligent, so I would hope that would assist. And while not having the exact skill for, town planning or anything like that, I think could maybe get us on the right direction while we maybe set up somebody to do so. And you know what? Honestly, we got villagers, and I'm honestly thinking about how well the Rakasa were able to set up their village. Maybe we could speak with some of them. They might have a decent way as far as how they set up things, because they were able to move their fort the entire way. While it was a little slow, it's pretty impressive at the same time.
That's because they packed up their yurts and tents.
Yeah.
And moved them over, and then they just cleared out an area, cut down the trees in the area, pushed up an earthen berm, and then cut down some more trees and piled them upright around the edges of it, reassembling their tents and yurts in the middle. And then making a smaller forted area towards where the actual tar pits are, and then sinking some trees into the muck, and then putting some boards across it so that you can walk out and scoop up the naphtha, scoop up the tar, and then a boiling area so they have some big cauldrons. That was your idea, to at least boil off some of the water before they ship the resultant tar that's been boiled towards you guys.
Cool. I mean, it doesn't really sound like they know, urban planning as much. They're nomadic people.
I just thought it was impressive how they were able to clear areas so quickly. I mean, if anything, that's just helpful on its own right. If anything, we need area to establish for a lot of people, because it seems like this is only growing.
Very true.
It's only going to get larger, basically. Well, unless... I honestly, I'm going to say this out loud, but he thinks to himself, well, unless those fucking big-ass squid colony ends up.
Son of a bitch.
I'm not going to worry about that.
Building the house outside. Ah, fuck. Okay, well, do Blarth or Eleonora have anything in particular that they wanted to get done during our time?
I'm interested in training up Baxter more. That's just the main thing right now. Is getting better with handling flight, and just bonding.
I'd also like to get Little S outfitted for doing more stuff from range. I'm thinking Shuriken kind of a vibe. Like a throwing axe. I just want to give him I want to train him to do a throwing axe.
So throwing axe, not because he could throw daggers. He could be a mean dagger thrower.
We can. Could we? What would it take for transferring his dagger skills into throw dagger instead of stabby dagger?
No. I mean, thrown daggers it's similar related skill. He would just throw it.
Okay.
He would use his dex instead of the strength for.
Which I think he might actually be better at.
Yeah, he would get to use the increased die size for the dagger. That's what I'm saying, no. Dagger. Because you're already getting dagger, you already have dagger training. like
Right.
making use of the dagger training would make him overall just better because he already has the dagger training.
That would make it a little bit better since he has the -1 to
Yeah.
strength. It being
Yep.
dex-based would make
Yeah,
a
so his
small
to hit-
difference.
Yeah, his to hit would go up, so that is true. He would be, yeah. And then as he levels up, he'll only get better with dagger. Like, I think he, what level of skill with dagger is he right now? Is he skilled or is he expert?
I think he's just skilled.
Yeah, so he has a weapon skill waiting for him, so next time you guys are in a place where he can get training, he can actually get trained up to expert dagger.
Lovely.
Where, man, he's going to start getting terrifying with daggers. His
Yeah,
dagger's
that'd
going
be
to go to be, it's going to become a D8.
Jesus.
And it's going to do double dice on a 19 or 20 instead of just a 20.
Very spooky.
I love him.
And then if he takes the prestige class, the scoundrel, he'll start getting backstab. So he'll do double damage on backstabs, in addition to doing double dice if he rolls a 19 or 20. Bam! Huge amounts of damage from the little guy.
Well,
With a
great.
dagger.
He basically one-shots anybody. That's what it sounded
Yeah.
like.
That's what he's going to go for.
What kind of daggers does Bloodlust have? Does he have anything upgraded, or is it just...
He has a magical dagger. He's got a +1 magic dagger. I'd love to get him something a little bit better than a +1 magic dagger, but I think we don't even have anything better than a +1 magic dagger right now. So like,
Yeah. So once he gets trained up to expert dagger, his actually throwing ranges, it's 20 feet for short range, 30 feet for medium range, and 45 feet for long range. So 9 squares away on the battle map.
Damn.
Then when he gets master, it'll be 25, 35, 50, and then when he gets grandmaster, it's 30 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet. Grandmasters also do 2d8 points of damage with a dagger, 2d8 damage with a dagger. Dude's just slitting throats all the time. And he does double dice damage on a 17 to 20. And he'll get a +3 armor class for the first 2 strikes against him, because it's defensive. Because he's parrying blows. Ching, 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 clang, 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 clang. And at that point, he'll be high enough level, he'll probably be doing ×3 damage on a backstab. Basically 68 damage. 12d8 if he gets the double dice. $12d8. Backstab.
A lot of backstab damage.
Nobody has 12 dice, 12d8 hit dice. Nobody.
Nobody.
Fighters cap out at 98.
Damn.
With less, he'll become the killing machine. A perfect killing machine.
He has.
They trained him.
the opportunity. We will make sure it happens.
I mean, by the time you get back, you're already level 8. Level 8 got you another weapon skill as a fighter. Yeah, you had a... So theoretically, your short sword could be at master. I think you're only expert. You're actually you could get one more level on short sword as an 8th level fighter. For when you get back to the mainland, you can get your training.
Yeah, I think we're all doing weapon training when we get back.
Oh
to the
yeah.
mainland.
So the weapon training, the jump from expert to master, your damage goes to D12 plus 1. So rather than rolling D10, you roll D12 plus 1 before anything else. You'll have an extra deflex. You'll have 3 deflects around. And you have a disarm check where the person has to make a saving throw at a -3 penalty if you want to disarm people.
Damn.
Super defensive. Short swords are a defensive weapon. Wait, D12 plus 1, that's pretty good damage too. It's considering at basic level, a greatsword is only a D10. You're doing better damage than a greatsword within the hands of someone who's just starting. Fair enough. You could get a master at it, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
there.
So, I feel like I'm already kind of stretched thin on time, but one thing that I am reading is kind of interested of it. Muscle, as a skill. It says that the character can direct groups of laborers so that their efforts are the most effective.
Yeah, if you need to move big, heavy things, like for instance, we're building a quay, so we need to move a bunch of actual big rocks.
Yeah.
Muscle means that you would be better at directing a group of people to move those rocks because you'd understand how leverage and the use of rope and like where to put the people would be. So you would basically be maximizing the pull potential by actually placing things appropriately.
So I suppose, yeah. As I think it'd probably be the only other thing I'd be able to help out with this time. But if I could assist somehow in we probably just have to clear some shit, honestly, for like getting the dock more properly established. Just clearing the land, that sort of thing. That's one other thing I could lend assist to here.
Yeah. So what else are folks? Basically, everyone else. What are you guys doing during the downtime? Because we're kind of. You don't have to tell me everything you're doing because we can figure out some more stuff if you guys decide next session that you wanted to have done slightly different things. But in general, what did your characters get up to during the 3 months of 2.5 months now that you have left in the winter?
Over here, I just want to make sure that we're well established so that when we leave here, we don't have to worry about managing anything that is taken care of, and bonding with Baxter, of course. And I'm planning on things to do at the farm so I can make him, grow. But we gotta take care of a lot of things over there, and so for over here, I guess I'm just prepping, I guess.
Probably another amount of hippogriff training as well. Like, I know that we're not the trainers, but like, since we're the writers, just a lot of quality time.
If you want to spend quality time with them, you definitely can make it so that you're going to have a much more personal relationship. I would definitely give, like, if you say the thing that you've done during this time is spend time with the hippogriffs, meaning multiple hours a day for 2.5 months, you spent quality time with your hippogriff.
I am full on horse girling this shit. This is Barbie Dreamland Adventures in Horsedom.
You have a +2 permanent bonus to any roll where you're trying to get the hippogriff to do something for your hippogriff. You have bonded with your hippogriff.
Beautiful.
Yep. Everyone else, you're already at a good favorable.
What about?
You don't need to do anything special. If she wants to do anything involving like skill check things, but she's not good at the skill check, she's going to get a +2 to that bonus.
So here's the thing: instead of it being a +2 bonus, can it be a +1 bonus? But little S also gets to do it.
Well, did you want to? Is little S getting his own?
No. This is we are sharing, but I want the hippogriff to be able to listen to little S's commands as well as mine.
I mean, you guys, if you wanted to have little S spend time with it as well, little S could also spend enough time to get a +2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I had to choose between.
No. Little S can do his own things, but in this case, if you guys are both spending quality time with it, you're acclimating it to both you and him. And doing it this way means that little S, it'll think of little S as being bigger than it for the rest of its life.
Okay.
Which is a good place to be when it's an animal that could rip you apart. But if it thinks of you as the older, larger provider, like a parental figure, like it'll always respect you and like think of you as the larger thing, even though you're not.
Perfect.
Yep. What about you, Shaper?
There's a few things I wanted to do. Spend time with the hippogriff, obviously, but it's less of a priority because I'm already friend with animal, and I also can fly on my own. So Linus is going to be doing a bit of scroll scribing, just to have some backups. There's also a few spells that are like very niche but very handy to have that I want. We can do that later. I want to spend a little bit of time flying over the other islands, and just kind of getting a lay of the land. See if there's more tar pits and something that I could spy from a distance. If there's any other settlements set up, anything of note that would be worthwhile to investigate. And then obviously spend time setting up the town, directing where I can, and helping teach people the ways of Druidism to sway them from any other religion. And then spend time with the Druid, probe him about the dragons on the island, see if he knows anything of note. See if he's learned anything more about those 4 weird elemental portals that surround the area, if those are a concern at all. And then also find out if he knows anything about our undead manta ray friends.
Oh yeah, that'd be good to know more about the manta rays. But I think it'll be okay.
I think we'll be okay.
It'll be fine.
Fine.
Just double checking.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. Yeah, okay. You're overflying other islands, and keeping an eye on things. But from a high level. That way you're not getting jumped out in the middle of nowhere, by dragons.
Yes. Yeah. Avoiding dragons wherever I see them. But making note of what kind and color they are. And what size they are.
Alright, and then, Larth.
Yes.
What are you... Oh, that's right, you and Baxter are doing, Blarth Baxter bonding time.
Bonding and training, riding the, on his harness and flying around and stuff, seeing if I can get a little bit better at all of that. That's the main thing right now is I still don't feel confident enough to use him in actual nasty combat situations. I feel like that'd be pretty bad, and I'd like to get more confident. Yeah, being able to fly the team into something, that'd be good. But I feel like right now, if I try that, the chance of failure is too high. So I want to practice. That's the big thing. And then the more we can just establish the docks so that we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. It's kind of the main priority here.
Lars, you gotta use my new shit. I got my new shit right here.
Alright.
This will seal it up. Real nice.
Do it.
I mean, there's a lot of business stuff that we need to set up. We need to set up. I mean, we've got our dockmaster. We need to set up infrastructure. Make sure we have enough ports for people to dry dock their boats. We need to make sure that we have, kind of a customs, so we're not inviting disease onto our little island
need to
here.
work on our advertising campaign too.
Yeah, we're basically.
I can fly around with Baxter dropping flyers everywhere.
I figured that was all the beholder's job, right?
Okay.
I mean, they're a swindly son of a bitch. I think it'll be just fine. I gotta be honest. We check in on her. Our friend, I gotta imagine he's just kind of around, right? He's gonna be the.
Yeah,
I keep saying the dock master or whatever. I don't know what the hell
because
foreman.
The ogres are here, and he's basically using them as labor to help move the big rocks.
Oh
because he's laying out the quay a little further and then using it to build a foundation for a the short tower that he wants to build at the end of the quay, because he basically wants to build the dockmaster's house at the end of the quay.
All right, they don't need my help then. Fuck that. I'm gonna spend my time teaching my class and chilling with my hippogriff.
Can I be a teacher's aide?
Oh, I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
Yay, teacher's aid!
All right, Miss Eleanor is going to be teaching a class today, and if you talk back in any way and I hear about it, ooh boy, I don't know.
Today's going to be about how capitalism
destroys
destroys everything it touches.
But I mean, Eleanor, that's what we're trying to make ours. I mean, don't get them too turned off it. I mean, that's the whole point of this class.
Oh
honestly.
shit! Sorry, my bad. Capitalism is
a necessary evil. That's probably as honest as you can be about it.
Eleanor's making a face and like just raises a thumb.
Y'all realize what we're doing here? We're making making money left and right. We just gotta get this shit right.
I can't say it's been my favorite part of our adventure thus far, but I understand that, again, necessary evil. How about macrame? Who wants to learn macrame? See, the real trick to macrame is layering. You're gonna think you have enough layers to your macrame. You're gonna be wrong. More layers.
Always more layers.
I'm hanging out with like Big Macintosh like right now, so like I'm actually letting Eleanor teach a class, and she totally does macrame that thing.
All right, this is a good ending spot because you guys will basically winter out and have tasks during the winter. Both Shaper Linus and Blarth and Alabaster have done some nearby scouting because they both have done long flight trips. Because like Alabaster and Blarth can easily in a day fly out freaking ridiculous, I think, how far you can fly. When it's just you riding him and he doesn't have to worry about any other riders, he is, let's see, that's the 6th dice one. Yeah, he's a fly speed of 140 feet. Yeah, he flies. It's crazy how fast he goes. When it's not combat and he's just overland flight, yeah, it's fairly ridiculous how far he gets. He is flying. Calculator. Yeah, so he can cruise, not all day, but he can cruise for quite some time at like just under 60 miles an hour when he's like doing the long haul flight.
Damn.
When he's like near in like doing the glides for combat stuff, he's gliding at like 20 miles an hour, but like when he's cruising for long haul flights, it's like 60 miles an hour.
Dude can fucking move.
Yeah, so you can easily cover like quite a few of those hexes in an hour when you're flying straight. Now, he doesn't like flying for more than probably about an hour at a time before he wants to like sit down and take a breather for a bit. But realistically speaking, you guys can probably make like 200 miles to 300 miles in a day, depending upon like how often he can stop and how much food he can eat and how much fresh water he can get.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a point where they'll be able to do more? Like if they do get bigger?
Yeah, well, like a huge white dragon, their flying is on the order of 360, so that's closer to like 90 miles an hour.
Damn.
So that's on the order of he can make like 350 to like 500 miles in a day. He can get places. He can go places and get places pretty well.
I like it.
Freaking move. Alright. Do we see anything of note as we're passing over these islands?
So, we will go over that next time.
Sounds good.
Because there's a lot of islands, man.
Sounds good. GG's.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Great.
Have a good night, folks.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So we're almost off this island.
Almost off this island.
So
Yes,
close.
You're gonna keep coming back to the island.
I was gonna say that we've got a few more island adventures ahead of us, but we gotta find those fucking eyes. That actually is gonna be one of the things I'm gonna start asking questions about during my weekly communications. It's like, do any of the dragons on this island know where the Eye of Traldar is? And if yes, okay, start naming each of them. Does this one know where the Eye of Traldar is? Then we can go talk with them. Clearly it doesn't want to tell us if it's on this island. But that's still my goal. I don't know about you guys. I want to find these fucking eyes.
I think it's kind of the one of the big ones, that's for sure.
The issue is, and it eventually will come to you. You keep calling them the Eyes of Traldar. Traldar is a specific old kingdom in the area where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
They're called that because they were recovered and used by the old Traldar people.
Mm-hmm.
If the eyes were down here, they wouldn't be called Eyes of Traldar because they'd have had nothing to do with the Traldar people.
I mean, I'm thinking of a specific object, right?
Yeah, no, but like you're being too specific. Like you're literally asking the god to tell you where like a named vehicle is, rather than like where are the vehicles in the area.
Okay.
You're like, where's the Shelby 68, whatever.
So there's an object that I'm picturing in my head. We have two of them. There's another one potentially on this island that looks very similar to it, but it's not the same one. Does a similar stone to those exist on this island?
The thing you're really looking for is you're looking for magical rocks that look like eyes.
There you go. Are there any magical
The
rocks?
problem is that Linus does this, and I can see it. He gets too specific,
Yeah.
and he gets real super specific on things when he really probably shouldn't, because he's letting his own like cultural knowledge kind of get in the way of what he's looking for, because he convinces himself, oh no, everyone's going to refer to it the way my village did.
Of course. The church taught him that life and the word of the immortal was very specific. You had to adhere to exactly what was said. You do not deviate, because deviation creates strife and conflict, and there's only one church. We don't have 15 different versions of the Church of Traldar. So, yeah, it makes sense. Well, when he eventually figures it out, his next question will be, where is there an eyeball, a magic stone that looks like an eyeball on this island? And what is the answer? Yes? Or no?
I'll tell you next time.
Fair enough. Cliffhanger. Sounds good.
All right, folks. I will talk to you later.
Thanks for the game, Andy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Later.
Thank you for playing. Bye.
We're making so much money. We could hire the church to help us take out the vampire. So much money we'll be making. The whole church. Every single clergyman, priest, acolyte. Whole 9 yards. Roll up with like 1,000 dudes in brown robes, shaved heads. Throw holy water on them.
I suppose it is not a bad time. Let's go.